Alright, welcome back to reading Reddit stories because I am suffering from this heat wave. I currently do not have my fans running, so it feels even hotter than it did yesterday, even though it is cooler. It is just so humid. But oh well. Let's get into this, and I thought maybe zooming in for you guys is maybe a bit better so you can actually read what I'm reading as well. I don't know if that's zoomed in enough, I hope. Right. Kinda wanted to start with the normal girl dinner posts and then go circle jerk, depending on how bad or good it gets. And then, see where we go from here. This looks delicious. That's an inspired Caesar salad. A post came. I wanted to read this. This piqued my curiosity. A post came up on my feed and was about me. A post came up on my feed on Sunday, and about 4 sentences in, I realized it was about me. It was in one of the big relationship advice subs, a guy describing his girlfriend of 3 years getting irrationally angry that he went to a concert without telling her and asking whether this level of control was normal. I remember that night specifically. I was at urgent care with my mom until almost 11. I texted him 6 times and he had told me that morning that he was staying in. His post did not include any of that. I clicked his profile and I'm not going to pretend I agonized about whether to... I did it immediately. He's been posting about a relationship since June of last year. So 14 months. And there are 23 posts. They're not lies exactly, which is somehow the worst part. Every single one is a real thing that happened, with about a third of it removed. There's one about me refusing to visit his family, that doesn't mention his uncle, and one about me being obsessed with money. That's about the 4 months I covered rent on my own while he figured out what he wanted to do. There's a long one from March about a fight we had where he quotes me accurately and doesn't include that he's said 30 seconds earlier, which was the entire reason I said it. The comments are what I can't get out of my head. There are hundreds of them, strangers who have never met me telling him that I'm controlling, that this is a pattern, that he should get out while he's young, that his instincts are right. One person told him to start documenting things. He replies to almost all of them, and he's polite and sad about it, and a few times he defends me a little bit in a way that makes the whole thing land worse, because everyone tells him he's too nice. Tonight we went to dinner because he'd had it planned since last week. We got vegetable curry and rice at the place with the red tablecloths that we've been going to for 2 years. And he talked about his brother's move and asked if I wanted the last of the baby corn, and told me a story about somebody that at work microwaving fish. It was completely normal. I was completely normal. I've been completely normal since Sunday, which is 4 days now, and I did not know I could do that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I keep drafting things and deleting them. If I tell him, he knows I went through his profile and I already know exactly how that gets turned into the 24th post. I've checked his account twice. So I got home to see if tonight is up there yet. Damn. Sounds like he is attention farming a bit, seeing how he posted 23 posts about a relationship that he seems to have doubts with. Meanwhile, I feel like somebody will find the post of the dude and link it somewhere. Probably not right now. Not immediately. It's only been posted 45 minutes ago. But I feel like somebody will take the time to look into it. Screenshot everything before you do anything else. All 23. Archive them somewhere he can't reach. I'm not saying that to be dramatic. I'm saying it because the second he knows you've seen that account is getting deleted, and then it's your memory against his version. Seconding this screenshot, literally all of it, for when you leave the relationship, and you better be planning on leaving because, girl. True. I get why you guys are saying this, but what is the point? She doesn't need a PowerPoint presentation about why she's leaving. She could leave him without even providing a reason. She doesn't have to justify anything. I agree completely, but noting that Arctic photon shift will also show everything, including deleted posts if you have his username. I'm so sorry this is happening, OP. What a mindfuck. Screenshot, print, save in the cloud in a hidden file in many places, otherwise you will think you hallucinated things. To be fair, this is what a good amount of Reddit posts are, people sharing their own very biased point of view. We all think we're right, we all portray things in a certain way, leave out details we think are unimportant, etc. In this case, however, it seems malicious, because he's doing it constantly. It tells you how he sees you, or what he actually thinks about you. He's clearly either obsessed with public validation to the point of messaging the truth to farm sympathy, or he's a seriously unreliable narrator who can't even second-guess himself. If every story is heavily edited according to you, you can't change his mind. Only he can do that, and he clearly hasn't for 13 months. Yeah, she's clearly not able to trust him anymore, so the relationship is pretty much done. Oh, I'm gonna stop my fans. I'm dying. I am dying. Otherwise. Okay. After you get all the receipts, OP, you can then ask him if he has ever posted about your relationship on Reddit and watch his face before he answers. It will tell you a lot. Edited breakup with him once confirmed. Okay, did OP answer anyone? I don't think so. I don't see it if it happened. Break up with him. He sounds unhappy and you deserve to be treated with kindness, even when you're not looking. True, if he's lying about what happened on Reddit, then he's probably lying about what happened to other people in real life. His relationship is toast. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's lying to others, but he's definitely beautifying it to make everything seem better from his point of view. While it may be tempting to come at him with receipts, I guarantee it will bother him way more if you just break up and never tell him the reason why. Just say that it's not working and you aren't interested in continuing the relationship and bounce clean. Telling him about the Reddit finds will only have him craft up how you're stalking weirdo. To be clear, you're not, but that's how you will frame it in his mind to others, and he'll have leave feeling he's in the right. Don't give him that. And also, don't worry about what the strangers in the threads are saying. They aren't really commenting about you because they don't have the full story. They're commenting about the girlfriend and the account he's telling, and she doesn't exist. Sorry you're going through this, but at least you're learning the truth now and can get yourself out before you waste any more time with him. Yep. Definitely document and be done. I would still document it, but I wouldn't confront him about it, let's be honest. But yeah, get out of there, girl. Get out of there! That was a very sad girl post. difficult enough. Somebody's learning for the it's the shoulder, yeah. My boyfriend just told me it's my duty to give him. Based on this title, break up. I'm sorry. Entitlement is entitlement and I cannot live with it. My friend is dating a teenager and I feel uncomfortable. Do I want to know the ages involved in this? I'm embarrassed of my child-free era. What? Why would you be embarrassed? Okay, I kind of want to see where this is going. Breakfast? Fried eggs over a bed of frisée and sliced peaches. Liquid IV for the drink. Okay. I was the oldest growing up, meaning that some of the responsibilities of the 4 rascal brothers my parents had fell on me. I wasn't parentified by any means, but young children are especially annoying when you are a child yourself. My parents had kids young and pretty much drilled it into my mind to never have kids. There's nothing wrong with not having kids. My brain created this alternate version of reality where hating kids for existing was normal and okay. Yeah, that is not okay. That is true. I don't like kids and I don't like having them around, but I will not I will never claim that they do not have a right to exist. But yeah, I just don't want them around me if I can avoid it. They're too loud for me. I don't like loud things. Funnily enough, my fans are quite loud, but you know, those I need to survive. Preaching kids, I do not. I never was unkind to children. I just told my friends and anyone that would listen that I hated kids. I made jokes about how children should be raised in child-only areas and then released on the world when they turn 18. I made this a core part of my personality, when in reality, nobody cared. Then I turned 21 and was constantly partying, constantly being irresponsible and stupid, led to me becoming pregnant with my now husband, then also irresponsible boyfriend. My husband was always supportive of having a kid, but I wanted an abortion. But I didn't have any money. I was literally trapped having a baby. It is so sad. If you don't have the money for an abortion, you also do not have the money to raise a kid. I'm sorry, but what? Luckily, my child is perfectly healthy, but I spent the rest of my pregnancy praying for a miscarriage. My son was born and I didn't feel like a mother for months, but cared for him very well through some primal part of myself. When he smiled at 4 months, I was hooked. As he got older and his personality grows, I am astounded by every aspect of him and his fresh take on the world. Right now, he just woke up and is still lying in bed. I can hear him practicing counting to 20 and it fills my heart with joy. Now when I see kids, I see them as vulnerable, precious people with a target on their backs. I just want to protect them. I'm embarrassed and ashamed it took having my own child to realize that. I see a lot of terrible comments online. Recently one saying that they should create muzzles for infants on planes. I cringe when I see those because that used to be me. Now, looking at that stuff makes me realize I wasn't edgy, cool with that ideology. I was just perpetuating violence against a group of people. As someone who has always actively tried to educate myself in ways to be accommodating to as many people as possible, realizing this was a gut punch. It is completely fine to be child-free and was my preferred life path before my irresponsible actions got in the way. Even thinking kids are annoying is fine. Just don't hate on kids. It's embarrassing. Preach. Preach, girl, preach. I don't know. I do say I hate kids, but It's not hate for them existing. It is, as I said, I just don't like loud people in general, and kids tend to be loud. Yeah. I will deal with them when I come across them as nicely as possible. I will treat them nicely, and I will not. I will be annoyed when there's a screeching baby with me on a bus. But that doesn't mean that I don't want them to be there. Well, okay, I kind of do not want them to be there. So I don't have to suffer through that, but I don't want to request them being thrown off or muzzled. That's just stupid. I consider myself child-free because I don't have or want kids, but I love kids and think they're valuable and deserve all the love and respect. Being child-free doesn't mean you hate kids. Okay, we kind of still need to establish the child-free and childless thing. Child-free means you willingly do not have a kid. Childless, meanwhile, means you want a kid but can't get it for whatever reason. But yeah, just because you're child-free doesn't mean you hate them necessarily. It's a misconception because of people on the internet. I don't like how people assume that just because I don't want my own children means I hate them. It's unfortunate. Any child-free person I know is cool with kids, but just doesn't want to be a parent, which as a parent myself, I completely, absolutely respect. All of my friends are child-free and they do the most fun shit with their lives. But then, like you said, there's the child-free folks who are absolutely bonkers about children. I work in child safety and can't help but see children/youth as a vulnerable population. In Canada, children are the only population of citizens you can physically abuse and get away with, as long as it doesn't leave a mark. How insane. Yeah, well, children, together with the homeless, overall any group of people do not have enough money to have a lobby are fucked in this system as it is right now. To be fair, most people don't hate kids. People hate parents who don't teach their children patience and manners. Yeah, but they kinda push it on the kids instead of confronting the parents about it. Also, to be fair, some people have unrealistic expectations of children's behaviors. There's a middle ground of tolerance and courtesy that we should all strive for. True. Yeah, it's kind of funny how when my brother and I were kids, my parents were fine with us being loud and playing outside, but my father has gotten quite grumpy in his old age. And now when he hears kids playing outside, he sometimes just screeches out of the window to tell them to shut up. Like, oh my god, they're kids, let them play. Yes, it might be annoying, then put on some headphones and be done with it. Oh well. Yeah, we all were children at some point, but we all forget how it was to be a child. Oh, cute kitty. Detox is a lie. Stop believing in it. You do not need to detox anything. Your body is perfectly fine on its own. And if it is not able to detox, those detox drinks will not help you detox. Then you need to go to a hospital and get help. I can't believe it. You can't believe what exactly? Tell me. Dinner's cold sauteed chicken nuggets. Baby Bell is Suja's juice shot and unpictured half a bottle of Aldi champagne. Half a bottle. I hope it's the non-alcoholic one. Girl? Please? I've made it. Holy shit, I can't believe I've made it. In the early morning hours, just at 5 years ago, we got a call from the police asking us to be at a day one hearing when my sister-in-law was arrested and her 8-month-old son was taken to child services. SRX. Enjoy your break. If it is as humid where you are, where it is here, how it is here, I just hope that you're not suffering too much. And enjoy your evening as always. Was taken to child services. We got handed an infant, and now, 5 years later, I just sent him to kindergarten for the first day. I thought I was going to die so many times. I didn't totally bond with him for months, and I spent many a morning crying on the kitchen floor between when my husband went to work and before our nanny arrived. I worked from home for a few years with Titi, our nanny, in glorious co-worker camaraderie. She was and is a saint and an angel, and it always felt like she and I were in this together. It was pure tag team. Baby guy needed to bond with me, so I would just hold him when I wasn't in meetings and contact nap even when I didn't have meetings, and she supported. Then I was about to quit my job, able to quit my job, and it was just me and Mr. Baby Man from the time he was 3.5. We went everywhere together. He's been to Spain, Austria, Italy, New York City, Chicago, DC, and other regional places. He's a pretty good flyer. He also has some physical differences, so we spend a ton of time in PT, aquatherapy, etc. But he still learned to ski and swim. Today, I can't believe we made it here, I'm gonna guess. Even his bio mom is doing well and has regular visitations with him. And I'm so proud of her. Bio dad is not doing as well. He's currently incarcerated again, but I have hope for the future that they can at least meet. I just can't believe it. PTA, we have full legal and physical custody and mom has visitation. That used to be supervised, but we made the decision a while ago that she's in a place where she can have unsupervised. Dad has nothing, unfortunately. He calls us mommy and daddy, but it is absolutely aware that he has a first mommy and daddy, and we are very committed to speaking well of them while being age appropriate as to why he lives with us, and we are mommy and daddy too. Yes, he's in therapy when he needs it, just getting ahead of the questions. Okay. Weird story. But glad. I'm glad you did it. This is fucking amazing you did it. You didn't ask for or expect Baby Man to enter your life, but you embraced him like your own and have given him what sounds like an incredible life so far. Celebrate, Sylvia. Okay. Yeah, you did it. Okay, girlie. Do actual left-leaning men exist? Okay, I kinda wanna see. What is your definition of left-leaning? I kinda being in my mid-20s around these men probably doesn't help, but I swear every time a guy tells me he's left-leaning, it's like you're only saying you're left-leaning because you hate Trump, or they are left-leaning but have a bunch of Republican views. Also, the famous both sides are bad. Ah, it's so annoying. Spicy cream cheese, cherry tomato, cute. Okay, so that's kind of the mid-20s thing, and America. You know, the left in America is quite weird. You're a socialist for believing in basic human rights, which is so great, right? And yeah, I don't know. Most of the Democrats I wouldn't consider left-leaning. They're center-right at back. And sure, they have some left-leaning people in their midst. Don't get me wrong. But since the center-right is the majority still, or the one in power, you don't really get to see all that many left-leaning politicians really working hard. At least in American politics. Oh yeah. I would say they still exist, but everybody has different views about certain topics, and depending on what kind of media you consume, your views can be quite different on some aspects. Like, take crime rates. Crime rates worldwide are going down. But because social media and the media itself constantly pushes this whole violent migrant and whatnot agenda, people are so against migration in general and violent, illegal migrants that, yeah, the whole politics are shifting to the right. It's kind of frustrating. I agree with you, girlie. I actually like my wife. That doesn't. Okay, so we have a guy in here. Yeah. Yeah, the problem here is those are all older guys. They're not in their 20s. And I think you will have a harder time finding somebody in their 20s who's a true left-leaning man than you have as a woman. Overall, women seem to be more politically savvy when it comes to seeing issues that are not necessarily in their focus and being empathetic to different types of people, I feel like. So yeah. Hello there, Eve. Hello. And I'm gonna, you know, those blue hearts, just because blue hearts in Germany are all about the AfD, Alternative für Deutschland, or our right-wing, far-right political party. It feels uncomfortable to see these blue hearts. Okay, so it's basically all the guys that are like, I am left-leaning, Is there anyone writing anything? Do. We are not gonna go there, please. Please, because that feels incel-ish. Yeah, okay, everybody's just posting memes about themselves. Curious where you live. I was in Texas for 6 years and moved to Chicago, never met so many men I can vibe with, even the older ones. I'm a super queer old lesbian, and after I moved to Chicago, all of a sudden I got a bunch of cishet male friends. Who knew? Any single ones? Yeah. Most guys I've met are left-leaning and not just superficially. Some have a few weird, problematic viewpoints, but that usually stems from religious beliefs. Granted, most guys I meet are from dating apps where I screen for political beliefs beforehand. Political views, moderate. Equals, he voted for Trump twice, but he lives in a liberal area and still wants pussy. Hey. This, oh my god, not even just with dudes. I've lost friends for being moderate centrists who were secretly very upset with me being a leftist. There are tutorial videos on YouTube about how to hide your MAGA-ness from women. It's almost its own genre. Independent is another red flag. I vote for the best qualified candidate. There are no qualified GOP candidates. America sucks. I'm so sorry. God, I used to be a registered independent because I thought the two-party system was inherently bad, but that ended in 2016. Through that, I still believe it's a bad system, but everyone should have a real vote in the primaries. The system needs to change. Holy fuck, please change the system. A two-party system is inherently a bad idea. Especially with a one-person party cult going on. Well, okay, a two-party system can work if you don't have the whole president thing going on, where he still has the most power. Okay, yeah. It's either guys being like, I'm here, hi, or girls just sharing in their troubles. Alright. Being a long transitioned woman is wild. Okay. How so? Rent it to me. That looks fishy. Is that 4? Looks a bit charred, not gonna lie. Existing in a world that perceives you as cis while still being trans is such a weird societal position to be in. I've no shame in being trans, but as someone who's in my mid-30s and have been transitioned the entirety of my adult life, you exist in a weird paradigm where you are both fully accepted and seen for who you are, but also internally understand that perception of you can change in an instant. I'm not speaking about intimate personal relationships either, though disclosure in dating, even post-op, is a minefield, but more so professional ones and acquaintances. The wildest room I've been in are professional settings where others are actively transphobic in opinions they parrot, while also not having the awareness there's a trans person literally right there. Sometimes you can't always tell, and social media has determined that very early in their transition, trans women are a lightning rod for engagement, and thus set the precedent for how the community is perceived. I think in an ideal world, I would enjoy being open about being trans everywhere, but that's not the current world, and I think occasional disclosure and opening minds a person at a time is my engagement in processing our community. Vietnamese prawn curry and bola lot. I have no idea what bola lot is. Where's the... Oh yeah, okay, there's a bit of prawn here. I see it now. Okay, yeah. The last company I worked at, I think it really depends if you have interacted with trans people or not. You get so much negative press about it, especially trans women. How they're predators and they shouldn't be allowed using women's restrooms. That is also a thing here in Germany, don't get me wrong. And it's sad to see. So that is so sad to see. But you also cannot change their minds until they have interacted with the person. So yeah, doing it one at a time is definitely better than just being out and proud. And although being out and proud for sure, hey, do it. But you should also be allowed to live a normal life. You shouldn't be forced to, I don't know, be the mouthpiece of an entire gender identity. Overall, the narrative in media should change, and the representation needs to change. This whole bit about trans women in sports being so much better than the normal woman because they were once men, it's a lie. And especially since they will only be allowed in professional sporting events when they reach a certain estrogen level, if I'm remembering correctly. So, yeah. It's a weird thing. I'm sorry, I'm so tired today. I was a bit more animated yesterday while I was being cooked alive, and now that I'm slow pressure cooked, I am just tired. Well, okay, I also streamed way too long yesterday. Yeah, let's see, comments. I'm not trans, but I've read the comments. People show the true colors when they think they're surrounded by no one who fits their idea of hate. Society is weird. My partner's white passing and deals with hearing racist bullshit all the time because people think he is white. Not the same, but on the topic of people showing their true colors, I occasionally end up in situations where other white cis people automatically think I'm a racist piece of shit like them. I enjoy telling them off in ways that others cannot safely do. These lovers have gotten way too comfortable voicing their bullshit. Losers, not lovers. Losers, yes. Yes. The discussion has really drifted way too far to the right to be comfortable for anyone to live in that is in a minority. That is not cis male white able-bodied. We need more and better representation, and we need women to band together, I'm sorry, to really do a power grab. We need countries led by women, because countries led by women work better. We saw during COVID, we see it pretty much in every company that is led by women. They work better, they succeed more often. They not necessarily hit the heights that Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk do, but most of the time those women also do not have the backing that these guys had, with their fathers having what was it, a ruby mine or 2 or 3 or something like that. I'm frustrated today. Maybe I should look for something happy. Okay. Yeah, as a white cis woman, I've had people say the most outrageous racist shit to me, so casually, as if it's a given, I'll be cool with it. I always loudly say, what makes you think it's okay to say that kind of shit to me? Or wow, that's incredibly racist. And they always start sputtering about how it's just a joke, I'm too sensitive or woke or whatever. I do not know what about me gives off the aura that I'd be cool with that, but I hate it. I do not think I'm a MAGA presenting, but I am offended these scummy people would think I'm like them. And the way some racists are just shocked to their core when you tell them they are racist as a fellow white person is bonkers. Really? Did you hear what he just said? Okay, that seems to be a very American-focused sub right now. That's fine. got rear-ended by a cop on my way to work at 11 p.m. Okay. What is that white sauce? It makes it look disgusting, I'm sorry. with the yellow here as well. My gut wants to stay single. What? Advice needed. Okay, what do we have? Relationship advice. Oh. My first time post, I saw a lot of good vibes on the sub, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I'm 20 years old and still haven't had a first kiss up in a relationship, an actual relationship. I've had a couple talking stages, but none of them really work. My problem is that I get incredibly nauseous whenever I go out with a guy. It only really happens on a planned date. I can talk to guys fine when I meet them somewhere for the first time and flirt a bit. But whenever my body knows I'm meeting a guy, immediately nausea and generally upset stomach. That sounds like some hidden trauma. The first time this happened to me during one of my first talking stages, I thought it was because my gut was telling me he wasn't a good guy. I kind of just dealt with it for a couple of dates and kept going out with him, but I would always start getting a bit nauseous before the date and then driving there. Once I met up with him, the nausea was so much worse and I'd usually feel sick for the rest of the day. When he broke up with me over text, I vomited almost immediately. That was the first time that the nausea and upset stomach happened to me. Then it happened a second time with another talking stage, and I still chalked it up to my gut telling me something was wrong. But recently it happened a third time, and this time it happened with a guy who I know is a really good guy, and that I've had a crush on for years. I hung out with him over 3 days, and during those 3 days I could barely eat without getting nauseated. It was even when I wasn't around him, but knew I would see him later. The nausea wasn't as bad as it was during the first 2 talking stages I had, but the issue was that I could barely eat. Towards the end of the 3 days, it got a little better. Maybe I was getting used to it, and I could eat a little more. But this episode, I figured that the nausea probably was more to do with me than with the guy I'm going out with. The thing is that I'm not normally an anxious person at all. I never had an issue with feeling very nervous before an exam or with public speaking or anything like that. I do also have a couple of guy friends and I never feel anxious talking to them, although when I was younger I was always friends with only girls. I usually don't approach guys since I am a bit nervous about that, but generally I don't really notice that I ever feel anxious. I'm posting this because I really want to figure out what's wrong with me so I can work through it. Obviously, I eventually want to be in a relationship, but right now I don't see how that can happen for me. I honestly just want advice because I'm not sure what to do. Any advice is appreciated, thank you. Dinner, octopus tentacles at a restaurant. Yeah, girl, you need therapy. Straight up. There's not much advice I can give you. Therapy. I beg of you. Seek it. Hi, OP. My therapist once told me gut instinct and anxiety feel very similar, but are not the same. Maybe you're confusing gut for anxiety? My thoughts after reading this as well. I don't know if this helps OP at all, but my personal experience, it took me a long time to learn how to differentiate a true gut feeling from general anxious energy. My younger self, I'm 32, can relate to OP a lot because I also went through a lot of anxious overthinking when it came to the idea of actually being in a situation with a man that has the implications of turning into something physical. That's the best way I can word it. Yeah, I feel like, it feels more like anxiety acting up than anything else. It might just be all the things she read about what can go wrong in a relationship, and then meeting a new guy for the first time, or in general, in a dating sense. All those things come up in her mind, but she doesn't really register that, and it shows in nausea instead. So yeah, therapy. You need to work through that, girl, if you want to be in a relationship. You can't just be like, yeah, just anxiety, everything's fine. Yeah. I agree with another commenter who recommended gauging the guy's emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. Just taking that advice alone would have spared me a lot of grief in my early relationships. I still get a bit nervous around the man I'm currently seeing, even though we built a friendship for 10 months before becoming intimate. He's an amazingly kind and attentive, emotionally mature man, and I still get nervous. But I blame that on my history of trauma, and I'm working through it. TLDR, it could just be general anxiety, anxious energy around new experiences. Thank you. I'm glad I'm finding people who've had similar experiences because I've never met anyone who went through this. Honestly, I'm not so sure. I've never spoken to a therapist about it. Go to a therapist. Get a therapy. Ever tried dating a girl? This is a very helpful suggestion, actually. Yeah, normally I hate this kind of a joke, but to be honest, it feels like a valid suggestion. Yeah, if it's happening with every man you've dated, you may not be attracted to men. By all means, this is not a joke. I put the emotion to be a little silly on my part, but as a raging lesbian, I have the same reactions to do. Opie, listen to this person. I was experiencing the exact same feeling as you were, constantly unsettled, anxious, nauseous anytime I went out with a guy, regardless of how sweet they were. Once I started dating women, it was like a night and day difference in anxiety versus genuine excitement. You may have some underlying trauma with men, or you may just not be attracted to them. It's worth dipping your toes in the girl pool, just to see. Maybe try one date and see if the stomach calm. For science. Yeah, science! Unfortunately, I'm only attracted to men. Fanboy. Boom. Better question would be, have you explored genderqueer options, which includes fanboys and GNC? And lots of other types of people. And the root question OP needs to ask is, what's appealing? Okay, can we just be clear that OP needs to go to a therapist and talk to them, figure out their sexuality if that is the issue? Sure. I was also thinking maybe it might not be attraction, but overall feels like underlying trauma more so than anything. All right. You know what? I kind of need some fun in my life now. Sarcasm, let's go. Tired of my boyfriend his chopped penis. Girl made horror beyond comprehension. Okay. Did she personally chop the penis? Babes, girls, chicas, I will try to keep this brief and to the point. I thought I wanted a circumcised man and only ever been with them until I met my boyfriend last year. He's from Spain and apparently it's not a thing to chop your ding. I thought I loved the guy and he said he loved me too, and I said, if you really love me, you gotta get it snipped and trimmed and make your wand fit for this princess. He was initially quite disgusted at the idea, but after a few months of withholding sex, gaslighting him by pretending it smelled weird and didn't feel good, he finally did it and got his woodchuck tucked. Recovery was pretty harsh. He'd cry when he had to pee, and it took 3 weeks before he could try it out, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, that's when I realized I actually preferred it the way it was, so I'm thinking to break up with him and take a trip to Spain to find another one. I honestly don't even feel bad because that kind of grown-ass man goes and gets himself circumcised just because he's asked to. What a fucking cuck, seriously. Anyways, banana for dinner because I like eating them in front of him and saying they look better peeled. Hahaha, what a fucking loser. Yep, I kinda want to look for the real one. I kinda want to look for the real one, not gonna lie. When was it supposed to? 12 hours ago. Okay. Well, real one. Time to break out the sewing machine. Who doesn't love their pig in a blanket? Don't let your boyfriend stand in the way of your dream, Peen. That's why you have them keep it on ice, and if you don't end up sewing it back on, you can donate it to some other circumcised chad. Snap, snap. Yep. Don't break up with him. He's clearly not willing to be uncircumcised for you, and the sex will never be the same. Right, girlfriend. If you really think about it, he's being quite selfish. What an idiot man-child for not saving the calamari for you in case you wanted it later. Marry him and get a second husband with 2 dicks of each flavor. What an idiot man-child for not saving. Oh yeah, no, I read that. I know this is the satire sub, but I've got one serious remark. I got my dick cut for medical reasons as an adult. You will not be having sex 3 weeks post-op. That's a 2-month wait. I mean, it's his fault for being gaslighted. He should have known better. Oof. Oof. This feels like somebody is posting about some trauma after being sexually assaulted. She should have known better. Of course the guy wouldn't want anything good from her. May you find new uncircumcised joystick. I read the subreddit after reading the post and exhaled the biggest sigh of relief. There's you, Taki. Did you post this? Oh my goodness. Wake up, babe. It's Unhinged Thursday, okay? Okay, I need some unhinged. Maybe it wakes me up. Where is my dinner, girly? Ah, it's automated. Okay. Nice. I did not read who was posting. Damn it. Get in, loser. We're bearing our souls and whispering forth our most reprehensible and depraved food combinations. Dig deep and share the food craving that's been begging to make itself known. Give us flavor, spice, and slop. Let your inner trash panda roam free in the grimy caverns below. As always, we are jerking. We are whimsical. We are slightly distracted by the loose threat on our left sock. Brioche bread sandwich with barbecue-flavored corn snacks. I'm not sure it was a good idea. It sounds lovely, and I'm excited to meet it. Okay. Hot coffee and 95 plus degrees. I'm triggered. Actually, you know, warm drinks. Slightly warm drinks. They don't need to be boiling hot. Actually good in hot weather. They help cool you down. I know. It sounds weird and you will sweat, but it will. Radicchio? 6-month expired radicchio and ham tortellini with equally ancient pasta sauce. I put in half a head of chopped up raw garlic, so if I get the shits, I won't be able to tell whether it's the expired food or the raw garlic. Alright. Well, as long as the radicchio is still looking fine, it doesn't matter when it was expired. It's the same with the tortellini. As long as they're not covered in molds, smell bad, taste weird, it is fine to eat. Those are products that are labeled as best before, which doesn't mean that they're just unedible after. Well, radicchio will probably not keep 6 months after. She would have probably already gotten rid of it, let's be honest. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Radicchio doesn't keep as long. But the tortellini, depending on how they're kept, it's fresh tortellini. Yeah, no. Don't. But if it's like the vacuum sealed one that you can get off the shelf, they should be absolutely fine. The pasta sauce, the same. If it's a locked jar of it. Fine. Taste it. Smell it. If it's okay, eat it. We really need to get this whole best before means the day the best before runs out, it's not edible anymore. There are two different versions of that. Best before and to be eaten by. To be eaten by is when you should be really careful after consuming it after that date. Okay, okay. Yeah. I started my whole face and now everything makes sense. Okay. What is your whole face? Whole? What is it? And now that I'm single, I remember that I can let people use me for my body again. Having intercourse with anyone you meet is the true meaning of life. You know what they say, the world can fit in your oyster or whatever. Are you trying that whole challenge that one OF creator did? Like, what was that? 10,000 men in one day? You know, you can be as sex positive as you can be, but I don't know. I know my sexuality is speaking, but having mindless sex with just about any random stranger just doesn't sound appealing. To me, that is. You do you, babe, but it's not for me. Is that licorice or are those charcoal? Those are charcoal French fries. Oh, okay. Very crispy. We're gonna hope that they're using protection. But yeah. Everyone in my life warned me about him, but he was 6.2. Now I poop in a bag. Crisp French fries. I don't want to read that. Queen Gaslighter. Nutritionally confusing. Can you go away? I don't care about you warning me about anything. Dinner was the better part of medium fries and 20 McNuggets. Blech. With some Espresso bar matcha boba drink. Okay. So I might feel something on this whack Thursday. I am going to go... Why is everything about sex today? I'm going to do some voodoo on my landlord because he initiated a relationship with me. Then was like, nah, let's just do sex. Awesome. Okay. I am not on... Yesterday wasn't all about sex. Yesterday was not all about sex. Well, okay, we had 3 cheating stories. Too many cheating stories. It was Neil Day. Okay. But then he tried to DTR in front of all of our kids. Define the relationship. Abbreviations. I need like a checklist of all the abbreviations ever used on Reddit. In front of all of our children. I thought you only just initiated the relationship with your landlord? Or did he bring children and you brought children from previous relationships? I'm confused. I am confusion. I have 1 and he has 1 plus some nieces and nephew. Okay, yeah, there's the explanation. 5 total kids sat in another room. Okay. While I was little old me slaughtering this man an hour later. He tried asking me for a relationship. I was like, nah, dog. and he hated that. Same night, coincidentally, we had a prego scare. He also was caught lying to me unnecessarily, so I asked everyone he was lying about, and he told me their truth. And from there, everyone was claiming the other person was in love with them. My left butt cheek. I can't read this. This is. I'm sorry. I know I should keep reading and then give my comments, but sometimes, especially since this is so badly written, you will have to forgive me. Normally, I am patient with people, but I'm not patient with this one. I don't think I can read this. This is getting on my nerves already. Ugh. No, just because there's an energy drink, I'm not gonna click on it. My husband hates leftovers. No, another one. Is that marmalade? I hope it is, because it looks disgusting just dripped on the plate. Mitch McConnell's hiding because he's terrified of dying on television and getting trapped in my clitoris. No, the girl dinner board requires your assistance. What is this sad excuse of a sausage? I threw water on a guy for making a slightly douchey joke, but really because I just hate men. I was hanging out with this guy I've been casually screwing, and his friend. His friend is a douche. And not like a crazy big douche, just like a regular mild douche. We were walking to the next bar and I had a cup of water in my hand. I had already had one can of light beer before this, so I was pretty much on the verge of being blackout drunk. Can't even remember what he said, but he made one of his little douche jokes. It wasn't even anything crazy. Like I said, he's a very mild douche. Garfield minus Garfield. What? Very low on the douche scale, but a douche no less. Still registers on the official douche meter. I don't know what happened, but I suddenly furiously threw my water on him with the anger of 1,000 rabid beavers. Rabbit beaver. Okay, that was literally mid-throw and like, what the fuck is even happening right now? And also, who has control of my body? Because it's like I'm being remotely controlled or something. But it was too late. The douche was soaked and everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing? So I had to double down and said, that's what you get for being a douche. And everyone like kind of looked around like they were embarrassed or something. And someone kind of nervously laughed. They all walked silently to the next bar. I don't know what's happening to me lately, but I'm very angry and full of violent rage with very little emotional regulation whatsoever. And I'm extra sensitive about douchey guys who make douchey jokes, even though the guy I'm fucking is basically best friends with one. And I'm not really sure what that says about my taste in men, but I'm choosing not to acknowledge my part in any of this right now. I don't experience fear or inhibition anymore, and I'm wondering how I can escalate my assault and battery to the next man who annoys me. Lol. Okay, so, let's unpack this. I know, satire and all that, but it was based on another post, so, we need to call guys out on their shitty behavior. I'm sorry. If they're a douche, they're a douche. They need to be called out. But that doesn't mean you should assault them. Nah. There are ways to deal with things, alright? And I need an explanation about the sausage. What happened? Why is it only sausage skin, basically? I don't. Not reading all that. Keep the baby and divorce him, then put it up for adoption, but don't tell him so you can still collect child support. Go on contact with the baby. The baby is toxic. I ain't reading all that. I'm happy for you, though. Oh, sorry that happened. A wig from Belko bot. Good times. What? Did I miss a few chapters? I've never seen a dachshund shed its skin. Sorry, but the food, yeah. It's how I want all the weirdness in my life to look. Oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't even boiling. He'll be cooking dinner in 6 days or less. Douche means shower in French, so you did the right thing. At some point, you just gotta spice up conversation. You did good, and hopefully he sees the errors of his ways. Honestly, all douche deserve a douche bottle every now and then. You did good, making sure he got his thorough soak. Great work, Queen. Stay moist. Okay, yeah, no. What was that? Garfield minus Garfield. Why John switched from piano to accordion. My piano's possessed. There's an evil spirit in my piano. You take that back. Okay. Right. Okay, so the second one is when you see what Garfield did. I see. I've really got my claws stuck into this branch. Crack. Don't ask. Arthi. I don't know. It is all yours, yeah. Everybody afraid of mice? Good. Cup noodles, campfires. Who in their right mind came up with this? Small noodles? Oh. Limited edition, you got that, huh? Okay. Okay, they just pulled a random picture of the internet, I see. You farted in my eye and gave me pink eye. That's not what I'm mad about. Yeah, I'm not clicking on that. What is this cheese? And why 2 raw egg yolks? Ah, he got me an egg steamer. That's the egg white. That's the egg white. I see. That's the story behind this food. What? The egg white thing. He expects me to consume actual food. Drinking it is just easier. That's it? He got you a cooking appliance. He should be cooking for you. Yeah, I kind of want to look for it. Moment my marriage is over. When was this posted? Okay. Can I order this by point of posting? My husband and I don't technically love each other. Okay, postpartum, taking a day off after 16 days visiting hospitals. My mum invited my ex for dinner. Okay, cool. How? I am totally good at using Reddit. And that's sorted by best. Okay, then I guess you. Oh god, that's gonna take a while, isn't it? Yeah. so fast. Wow. Oh my goodness. I see now why it is. Sorted for my pleasure. Yours are. 16 hours ago. Still have some hours to go. 17 hours ago. Oh my goodness. Everybody's going out to eat. Bring me something instead of whining about your husbands, boyfriends, or whatever. Damn it. 20 hours ago. We're getting there. Oh, where's my mouse again? One day. Okay. We're getting there. 23. One day. Feeling like the biggest idiot ever right now. Met the loveliest guy after my horrid ex. Well, crushing like a teenager and co-worker while in relationship. Shell pasta. Girl, give me. You want this one? No. Oh, open it. My drug addicted father just told me I will be a failure. Everybody's having sushi. Guys, it's like 500 degrees outside. I don't know. I would almost say the other sausage looked more appealing. I hate working. No shit, girl. Nobody likes it. I don't want to stay full longer. I want to eat. You go, girl? I know I'm the bad friend, but I cannot keep this up. Okay. Is there hope? No. Was it an actual lack of connection, or was I just played? Yes. The journal factory shipping is slow. Boo-hoo. Guys are so confusing. Alright? Give me some of that, though. I need none in my life. Waiting, then keep waiting. Situationship of 1.5 years went to Reddit for hookups immediately. Lovely. My uncle passed was the first thing he said on our wedding. Damn. Planet Smoothie. Okay, husband's cosplay is my favorite character. We saw that yesterday. Never clicked. My best friend is cheating on her husband. Went home with a guy from a bar. 6 months till we're roommate free. Seriously, guys, give me sushi. I fumbled my sister's pregnancy announcement. Is that supposed to be French toast? With applesauce. Ugh. Should I leave this relationship? Yes. Motherhood is beautiful. Okay. I'm getting a dream come true for people and I hate it. Did something weird, don't understand it, feeling guilty. Then apologize. Met online but real connection. So? Phones and marriage. Throw the phone away. Work rent. Keep working. I think I have too much empathy towards my crazy father. Kill him. Moving out anxiety. Move. Help with birth control? Just don't fuck in my luteal face and eating? Cool. Have fun. He lied and cheated for 18 plus years. Have another child. My friends ruined her life for the plot, and I watched. And I can't watch. Well, then kiss your friend and be happy. My boss is a jerk and I'm leaving. You do you? I don't know how people manage without AC. We survive. Tired of talking about how bad my year has been. Which one? This one? Yeah, I'm gonna open it. tired of talking about how bad my year has been, okay? Sure. Off HRT and feeling the worst ever. Get on it again. I'm getting married in a month. Don't do it. 5 years after cheating, husband left and I'm thriving. Ah, yeah, we read that one. I thought he wanted me. Turns out he was using me. Days saved after long travel. I threw water on a guy for... Ah, we have the original for that one. Feeling weak-minded. Well, the tiredness makes sense. So you're pregnant. Oh, yeah. I did not see the pregnancy test. I'm not sure how to deal with losing friendships. Just don't lose them. How about that? Oh. Waiting on news about a promotion. Hot dog eggs with jalapenos. Oh, okay. Being a lesbian is sad and lonely. Look for another lesbian? We saw the girl circle jerk already, so, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Crazy how one moment can make everything seem pointless. He wanted kids. I don't. I wang to hear your perspective. Then keep wanging. I can't tell if one of my friends likes me. Bus stop dinner. Alright. Debating piercings, appealing to men, etc. So you want a piercing to be appealing to men? Or you just want to debate if piercings are appealing to men? Keep moving, girl. Give me tips, please. Oh, happy 20th birthday. Parents fight about the tiniest things. Yeah. Sad girl dinner after realizing was just an option. I don't find the original. Ooh, I want to move out and far away from home. Yeah, run away, girl. My cat annoys me. Trying to finish my master's project research paper. Then do it. Not sure if I can trust my partner. That was that spitting one, huh? How do I love again? No advice, but comfort and insights, please. Am I emotionally cheating on my partner? If you question it, probably. So it seems Ireland never really changed. Yeah, probably not. I don't enjoy penetration. Is this normal? I don't enjoy it either. It depends. There are conditions where that is quite normal. It's not normal in the bodily way of things. Yeah. It is fine. You just find other ways to enjoy yourself. I do deserve to get better. Yeah? MIA. Prep. Okay. I don't want to be anyone's hate girl. Lead discovery. Yikes. My little sister annoys me. Oh, okay. Do I get back with my ex or am I just romanticizing him? Do not get back with him. Alright, so AC was it? AC. Yeah. Dinner was orange chicken, chicken fried rice, and some light sauce and seasoned veggies. That is too much chicken, girl. That doesn't even look appealing. Any of it. The vegetables I would get. Was not eaten in one sitting or by one person. They needed to clarify. Alright. It's fine. If you eat that portion all in one sitting because you needed it, it's fine, girl. Nobody cares. Or should care. It is your body, your choice. Up until almost a year ago, I had lived somewhere cold even in summer, or had an AC unit because of family member health problems. Past 3 years was a central unit. Now, I happen to live in the warmest room in the house, just renting the room, and because its walls are so thin and so in need of honestly a bulldoze, AC is crazy expensive here to run it. We already got into a fight last tail end of summer with the landlord and haven't used AC this summer thus far, instead using air blowers and fans in a tiny room. We also use the blowers to dry clothes since the dryer doesn't work anymore, and that was another thing complaining about was how much electricity we used for clothes. Yay. God, if it's hot outside, just dry your fucking clothes on a drying rack. You do not fucking need to use a dryer. I am sorry, but dryers are there for towels. Your bed sheets, sure. But your clothes do not be put in a dryer. A clothing rack is just fine. Yes, if the room isn't big enough for a clothing rack, I get that. If you have a garden, just put it in the garden. It's gonna be dry in a matter of hours. Depending on the humidity. Maybe minutes. Yeah. Well, they will be dressed quite nicely though, attacking. Come on. Give them that. There's a cat and 2 people in this room, and we get sun almost the whole day because of house positioning. When it gets warm in the afternoon, we just miserably try to sleep through it in birthday suits. It is genuinely awful. I don't know how people survive 90+ degree weather, let alone work in it. You sound so entitled. I'm sorry. I know that they're just pointing out their individual experience. But damn, does it sound entitled. And this landlord sucks, let's be honest, but there are ways to work around it. Okay, if that food were in front of me, it would be eaten in one sitting by one person. Shh, I'm starving. If I'm not wrong, aren't landlords required to provide ACs above a certain temperature? That sounds miserable. Can you get a portable AC unit, kind of like those space heaters they have in wintertime? It sounds like they actually have an AC, they're just not allowed to run it. I almost felt kind of attacked by that clarification. I could take this plate. Whole ass tray down. I could not. I could maybe get a third of the rice done, a couple of those chickens, and or the veg. Or the veg. Felt I used to be, but if I use the vegetables, then it would be like this amount. Yeah, this amount of rice. And maybe like 3 pieces of chicken. Just to clarify, but yeah. I would probably eat the vegetables first. Yeah. So, we have an AC unit, like an in-window one. Ah, yeah, those are terrible. And the room had one when we moved in, but the landlord complained about how often we had it on, and because of how iffy this situation is, we are just trying to lay low until we can move out, because not only is it ridiculous, but it's hypocritical as well. She has an AC unit in her room. Currently both the rooms AC unit, and ours is in a shed. Yeah, and hopefully you guys can get out there soon, yeah. I'm in a house with no AC right now, and it's horrible. You might be thinking that it gets cold at night, but no, but it's even worse. Luckily, I got fans now. Somehow, last night was worse than the afternoon. If night includes around 6 p.m. Now, what? It's worse because you expect it to cool, but instead you have to lay down with nothing to do but feel the heat on your skin. Open your fucking window. It's the only tip I got. I have no compassion left. Okay, so the water roll, let's see. I was hanging out with a guy I've been kind of dating and his friend. The friend is a douche, not over the top, just your run-of-the-mill misogynistic douche. We were walking from one bar to the next and I was drinking a cup of water. I already had a margarita at this point, so I was a little tipsy. Can't even remember what he said. but he made one of his little douchebag jokes. It wasn't even anything crazy. I don't know what happened, but I just got so angry and threw my water at him. It is almost verbatim the Golden Circle Jerk post. I was literally mid-throw, like, what the fuck am I doing? And then everyone turned to me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I just had to double down and be like, that's what you get for being an ass. And everyone kind of just laughed about it, like, haha, you got water thrown on you, and we just moved on. I don't know what's happening, but lately I've been very angry and sensitive about feminism and misogyny, and I need to learn how to calm down before I blow up on the wrong person. Congee for dinner, still in the pot because I don't want to do dishes. Okay. Girl. Yeah. I don't know. As I said while reading the other post, you do not need to be to stop being mad at misogynistic people. As I said before during the other post, we need to call out people on their misogyny, also their misandry, but more the misogyny, because let's face it, this whole ass world is bathed in misogyny. And even women are misogynistic towards each other. So, yeah. We need to call people out on it. We do not assault them, though. There are different ways to deal with it. Point it out. Oops, sorry. Point it out. Challenge him on his views. And if you can't deal with it, then break up with this dude and never meet that friend again. Seriously, girl. And if you feel like you are having anger issues, then, as always, the only thing I can tell you, get therapy. But it is fine to be angry. You just have to find an outlet for your anger. You are allowed to feel angry. You are allowed to be angry. We are human beings. We are emotional beings. We are allowed to be angry. But we shouldn't point that anger towards another person and attack them. That's very different ways. After just one margarita, yep. I don't know about OP, but I rarely drink anymore because health reasons. Can confirm one decent-sized mark. Is that really the way to... Okay, every month or two is definitely enough to do someone in. Okay, same girl. I might have a mark once a year, and one would get me feeling extremely loose. Maybe I'm a bad person. I've never gotten in any type of way from one drink, and even on an empty stomach. And maybe that just points to you drinking too much. Why would that make you bad? You're fine, I'm the same way. Yeah, maybe we are just having drinking problems here. I used to be a heavy drinker and always thought that these people were exaggerating. People were exaggerated? Okay. Skipping the long story, my spouse is 2 years sober and I rarely drink. One strong drink now gives me a buzz. True story, I went to a wedding this weekend. I had 2 hard ciders, so I decided to smoke a cigarette. Ex-smoker who still has one about 3 times a year. I got so nauseous, I almost vomited and had to sit down and chuck water until I felt better. It's wild. Okay. This is me. Smoke for age. Okay. Okay, we're just sharing truck problems now. Cool. Spontaneous combustion. At first I laughed with you, but then I remembered some of these restaurant margaritas are no joke. Curious, what was the joke? That definitely sounds like an overreaction unless there was more going on. Repeated douchebaggery will wear you down. True. But yeah, we can still be honest here. Assault is assault, even if it was just a water cup. That's no go. Talking screaming. I don't care, but no assault. I knew a girl who did this once and then got knocked out cold. Part of growing up is realizing you never know how far someone is willing to take it. Be careful. I understand your frustration, but people can press charges even for water throwing. Yeah, it is assault. This needs to be higher. I don't recommend assaulting anyone, even with something harmless like water. I know many think throwing water is nothing, but unfortunately there are consequences depending where you live. It seems many think assault is for serious crimes only, though there are varying degrees such as simple assault and aggravated assault. In OP's case it would fall under simple assault because it was minor. Many don't report simple/minor assaults, but that's not always going to be the case. That being said, it's best to walk away, even if the person who offended you is a piece of shit. Yeah. You know, I doubt that he's gonna sue or report it anyway, because she's a woman. So, admitting that he was attacked by a woman wouldn't turn out well. Men are weird, guys. Men are weird. Get it together. Okay, I kissed a man for the first time. I threw up after. Nothing hot dog and dried mango today. It's been a long week. Nothing hot dog as there's nothing but the dog. Okay. And the bun. That is a combination. I was saying awful things at her and she attacked me. Will totally hold up in court. Yeah, but it's gonna be he said, she said. And they tend to lean in favor of the man in court, since most judges are men. Depending on who you're gonna be up against, I guess. You have high chances of winning as a man in this case. But yeah, it's weird. Is weird. I'm a long-time lesbian. I've always dated women and NBs. Never men. What is an NB? Why are there so many words that I'm learning today that I just did not want to learn? But the past 6 months or so, I've suddenly come to the realization that I'm actually bisexual, and I do find myself being actually attracted to some men here and there. I'm married, but we're poly and typically date as couple. But since I'm almost strictly asexual, my partner is not. They are often going after people in ways I would not. When I expressed my newfound bisexuality, my partner encouraged me to meet men and explore my newfound discovered attraction. I met a man on Reddit. Horrible start, I know. About 3 months ago. He was funny, charismatic, and in my area. We hit it off and started talking and have been talking since. Whenever he asked to meet up in person, I would always refuse because I'm scared and not sure I'm ready for that quite yet. I've made it clear from the start that I'm not looking for anything sexual, and for the most part, he has respected that. The story starts this Saturday, where he once again asked if we can meet up. This time I finally agreed, but say we have to meet at a public park. When we meet up, he's trying so hard to act like as nonchalant as possible, which is throwing me off and a little embarrassing to watch. We awkwardly talked for a few minutes and couldn't figure out something to do, but luckily I came prepared, I'm gonna presume, with my copy of Minecraft Uno. Holy fuck. I have never played a game of Uno so awkward. He kept forgetting his turn, making weird jokes about other park goers and such, and it was just altogether throwing me off. We played 2 rounds where it was just me talking to him and trying to be nonchalant while playing Minecraft Uno in a public park. Can you stop being so focused on it being a Minecraft Uno game? Just say Uno, it's fine. We don't care if it's Minecraft, Harry Potter, Star Wars, I don't know, Minions. I really do not care what version of Uno you're playing. Yeah. I feel like it is. Very chalant activity, I'm afraid. So eventually I just gave up and started just yapping about random subjects. We started wandering around the park and just talking and joking, but the tension was just so weird and awkward the whole time. Every time we sat down, he just would sit closer to me, to the point his legs were pressing against my thighs on bench, and it just felt so forced and weird. Okay, so he's expecting more than she's willing to give, and they just don't know how to interact with each other. I feel like it would have been better for them to meet up with other peoples involved as well. Yeah. How long is this? This is such a hard read. Do I even want to finish this? I've never really understood what people mean by the ick until now, because, dear lord, was that icking. I was miserably awkward and didn't know what to do and how to politely go home. Eventually, while sitting on a bench, she grabbed my waist and was like, "How are you going? How are you doing?" in a weird, breathy way of talking that made my skin crawl. I told him I was tired and going to head home. I get up to leave, and at this point he goes, "You're not going to make a move?" While looking at me with these faint puppy dog eyes that made me want to kick him. So I respond, "Afraid not." Which then prompted him to get up, wrap his arm around my waist and go, "You make me do all the hard work," and kissing me. I was so caught off guard by the whole ordeal that it took me a moment to recollect myself and push away. I ran off, yelling some half-assed goodbye while holding back vomit. I drove home while replaying everything and gagged and threw up in my trash can when I got home. Girl, you got assaulted. It is fine to be upset and have an upset stomach about that. That is gonna turn her away from any man now, I'm afraid. You forgot a P, Taki. A predator. Guy's pulling some sort of sensitive old me moves is the most puke-inducing thing in these scenarios. Yeah, not my favorite experience, but I'm horribly embarrassed by it. I haven't texted him. Girl, you do not need to be embarrassed by it. You made clear that you don't want anything sexual with him, that you are just interested in company of some kind. You also said you wanted to go home. You never said you wanted anything to do with it. He grabbed you. He forced a kiss on you. This is not something you should be embarrassed about. You should technically report him. Yeah. The no actually means yes, obviously. Thing. I haven't texted him since, but he's texted me telling me how much of a good time he had and he can't wait for more. I still think I'm bisexual, but I think I will be taking a much needed talk from any man. What? Taking a much needed talk? I hope you enjoy my sad lunch. I've been very lazy with cooking since then, as I just feel gross. Well, you were assaulted! Edit. He has been blocked on all platforms. Thank you all for your much needed advice. I feel much better just venting the frustration anonymously, as I don't have a wide range of people to work through with this. I appreciate you all. Dawn, that is so normal. I am sad to tell you, but guys not getting the hint is pretty much the standard edition they come with. They need to get the whole understanding what women actually want mod installed before being allowed to date. Or mean. Not want, necessarily. Girls love nonchalant guys from animes. Knows yes, from God know where, and just my opinion, but I feel like the guy was looking for a trad wife. I kind of get it when guys can't get the hint. When a girl comes onto them, there's a lot of barriers that make it hard. Yeah, but a girl trying to get the attention by being like, oh, but yeah, totally interesting. Oh, that joke was quite... Yeah, they tend to be quite subtle about it. I get that. But her feeling uncomfortable should be something that he should be able to pick up. When she maybe moves away, when he sits close to her, or tries to lean away. Sadly, women tend to have the fawn response, so we try to be nice and alleviate any awkwardness that builds. So we will still laugh at jokes even though we're in a comfortable situation. Just because we hope to alleviate danger through that action. Like, if you feel threatened, you still be like, ha ha ha, yeah, you're so right, ha ha. Yeah. And if anything, she should report him. But yeah, it's frustrating. No, because why would he kiss you after you rejected him? I would have thrown up too, and I'm straight. I want to throw up half the time anyway. Lol, same. It's fun to think about, but then it actually happens, you kind of just want to go back to thinking about it. Well, he didn't see the throwing up part. That only happened at home. What, you're not into the weird breathy, how you doing? Or the bizarre cringy, you make me do all the work. Completely ignoring her implicit boundaries after being told no is scary and disgusting. Yes. She got assaulted. And it should be reported. It probably won't lead to anything, but it should still be reported. So she's at least put on paper somewhere. Yeah, I think I'd throw up too. Super, super, super icky of him not to pick up on the vibe. Like, the afraid not should have been clue number one that you weren't into it, and he should have backed off. Yeah. That's a woman's point of view. I'm sorry, Wonderslap. I'm sorry, but that's too subtle. You need to be like, no, screaming in his face and slapping him. And there's a she ghosted me after an amazing first date post of this story and another sub. Yep. I can see it, sadly. And now she's too shy to answer my text. Okay, crushing like a teenager on co-worker while in a relationship. I want this food, I'm getting hungry. How dare you put food in front of me? I want these shell noodles filled with spinach, ricotta, and tomato sauce. Give it to me! I need... There is a new guy on my work. Can we maybe watch the spelling again? Who catched my eye? Okay. It's definitely not their first language. I will forgive. I will accept. He is really attractive, and I think he finds me attractive too. Or I'm delusional. I catch him looking at me all the time. Besides that, he is similar to my boyfriend. Mysterious, calm, similar interests. I got myself that I can't stop thinking about him and feel really guilty because I have no right to crush on someone this much while being in a relationship. Being in relationship, I'm sorry, we shall stay true to the text. The thing is, my relationship is not the best for some time. I was even thinking about leaving even before meeting this guy at work. But I love my boyfriend. He is my best friend. Not that long time ago, I thought he's my soulmate. But then I think after a few years, my butterflies went away and I started noticing things which make me unsure about our future. How to stop being the stupid and think that much about someone I don't even know that much. Sometimes I can ignore him and feel better that I don't think that much then. But then he does something which again takes all my attention. Yeah. We had it yesterday as well with one of the stories where where they were out of the rose-colored phase of a relationship where everything is new and exciting and everything your partner does is just perfect and fine. That is when true love shines. When you actually move to the love phase of a relationship, if you can work through that. I don't know, as I've never been in a relationship, but I saw so many of my friends being in a relationship. But I have my experiences as well, from a third-party perspective. That is, of course, it is so uncomfortable to be with somebody in a relationship in the honeymoon phase. It is horrible when they just can't stop touching each other and these even know is a great feeling, but it's always the most deceptive part of growing. Yeah, true. You miss so many warning signs in early relationships. Or not necessarily miss, but disregard. Okay. From someone who's been with her husband for more than a decade, it's normal. It happens. You wait it out and keep telling yourself this is just hormones. Don't encourage anything, be extra careful around them. It will pass. Edit. Also, there's no relationship with butterflies all the time. They come, they go. As long as this is your best friend and the person you trust most, don't be deluded by some infatuation. Yeah, true. I just want to say to the person who deleted that comment saying it's not normal to have a crush in a relationship like it's some crazy crime. Yes, it absolutely is normal. You are a human person. It has happened to me twice in 12 years, and I've always talked it through with my husband. It's just as if humans are made to be monogamous. Ah, shocker. Anyway, who has been extremely chill and helpful about it. It lasted like 2 weeks each time and then went away, and you wonder how the fuck you were ever attracted to that person. Same goes for him. The marriage with my husband could not be bothered by a 2-week infatuation. It transcends literally everything. Like time and space. We promised until death, all the good and all the bad. Why would that shit matter? But, you know, she seems to be in a great relationship where they actually communicate. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case for P. This take is a little too mature for the internet. 100% agree, though. Yeah, she's probably been... Well, she was married 12 years, so... She's what? In her late 30s to 40s, so yeah. I agree with this. As someone who has also been in a decade-long relationship, it happens. You have no control over it, and if you beat yourself up for having normal feelings, you're just hurting yourself for no reason. I used to have a crush on a friend, and both of us were already with other people. I knew I loved my husband. I knew he loves his wife. Heck, I love his wife too. I allowed myself to have the crush, but told myself internally that this is just a crush, and not every crush needs to be or should be acted on. I feel like she messed something up there. But told myself internally that this is just a crush and not every crush needs to be or should be acted on. I also went out of my way to find reasons why a relationship with this person would not work out and reasons why my husband is the best partner for me. Yeah, it feels like she is done with the relationship the way she was wording it. She's not willing to put the work into it, even though it's her best friend. After a while, the crush faded, and while I still occasionally think he's so attractive, I also felt like, just let that thought go on by. We can't always control how we feel, but we can control what we do about how we feel. The reason why those butterflies went away is because y'all aren't in the honeymoon phase anymore. Love doesn't stay feeling the same. It grows and matures with y'all. If you asked any married couple of 10 plus years if their love is the same as it was in the beginning, they would laugh and tell you, hell no, that their love has grown to something more and help them realize that love isn't just gifts or having sex, it's being there for your partner during their toughest time. Their times in life are just helping them with simple everyday tasks. It's sleeping in the hospital chair next to you. No. Damn, everybody has such a great relationship on here. Okay, I'm still looking for that. What was it? Ah yeah, eczema. I'm confused, overwhelmed, and might have ADHD, don't care. Turns out success can feel incredibly lonely. Yeah, no shit, girl. That looks good, though. Gimme. I'm hungry. Can you tell? Of course. The sex is very important. Every day I have these waves of sadness. Well, get help. Was it still casual or were the boundaries blurred? I think I'm in an emotionally abusive friendship. Ooh, spicy. Gimme. My fiancé is in love with me and I love it. Good for you. Mad that I can't have sex whenever I want and I'm married. Is that very sad gimbap? Probably homemade, but it looks very sad. Alright, Taki. Calm yourself down, it's fine. Everything will be okay. Go for a run. It helps with anger. It helps releasing anger. Or more so endorphins. So, you're gonna be happy again. Enjoy your evening. Shall I say something or ghost him? I generally don't think I'll ever love again. Oof. No dude input. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna be advice giving today. Compromising your needs is not game. You sometimes need to be able to compromise in a relationship. It's not one person has to give the entire time and one person is only there to take. It's a give and take. It's a relationship. There are two people in a relationship. Well, I am a person who tends to ghost people frequently when they get too uncomfortable with their advances, but yeah, that's mostly because they do not read the room or do not accept me saying I am not interested. So that's when they get ghosted. Or when I get a dick pic. That's immediately ghost territory. Or more so block territory. What is the obsession of you guys with sending dick pics? I don't want to see your sausage. It is absolutely disgusting. I do not understand. Why are you so proud of that thing? Jeez. He made me feel bad and guilty over keeping a birthday card. Yikes. Drop him. Kill him. Burn him. How do I navigate this? Don't know. Guy finds friend wants to hang out after breaking up with his girlfriend. Be there for him? Why are you making this weird? Got a job interview tomorrow, wish me luck. Good luck. Strawberry-shaped ice cream, snacks, and love problems. I think I went crazy for the weekend. Am I too excited? It's the simplest and richest thing in the world. Strawberry chocolate. We had our first hangout yesterday. Our first date is today. I feel like I'm too old to date and experience love. You are never too old to experience love or go on a date. What are you talking about? I really miss my childhood best friend. I feel like we're never gonna find that kitchen appliance one, huh? Knowing you are immature but incapable of change. Girl, noticing your problem is the first step of changing it. You can't force something. That tuna bowl looks incredible though. Gimme? I am hungry! Is the third time the charm? No. If it took you 3 times to get together with him, or get with him, then no, he's not worth the trouble. I think I have to dump my only friend. Or she. Or she. They, them. Whatever. Interview made me really uncomfortable. Capable, confused, and currently unemployed. That's all of us, babe. All of us. How do you know when a kid's better off without their parents? Ooh. I'm not touching that. Upset over dumb interaction. Valid. Screw casual. We should be accountable for others' feelings. True. The eldest sister turned bad guy. Okay. Those potatoes look amazing. Especially with that whole garlic. Green girl dinner before finals. Is that just a ready-made guacamole? Girl, come on. Those taste disgusting. My friend is family is fractured. It makes me nervous for my wedding. Just don't invite them. Seriously. Moving out of my ex and I's apartment tomorrow. Good luck. Things still feel too perfect. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Walking out of chain with my roommate. Reschedule our vacation without me. Ooh, yikes. I'm so conflicted on leaving my best friend alone. I'm scared that romance books ruined me for all real men. Okay, so we just need to be able to differentiate the dream boy you make up in your story that doesn't exist. I can tell you. Except if we're talking about those weird dark romance shit, then those do exist. Just not in the way they're written in those stories. You will always find some abusive asshole that is just gonna force you into submission if you are looking for it. But then I want you to be in a loving relationship where this is your kink, where you have a safe word and be like, yo, I don't know, bananas. And he stops and not be constantly abused and just not able to get out. Okay? Okay. But you're not looking for men. Dawn, you're not looking for men in a relationship. Unless go. You go, boy. Women in romance tend to be like cardboard boxes, or those snarky, no bullshit kind of thing. They're either the innocent type, like, oh, he's so dreamy, and the guy has to do everything, or she's like, ugh, that dude, and she's just constantly mouthing off, and then the enemies to lover kind of thing. Finally, when she's willing to accept, then yeah, it's kind of only those two options. Meanwhile, the guys are also more cardboard cutouts. Let's be honest. Everybody in romance, yeah, okay. But there's so few romance novels from a man's point of view. Unless it's those action stories where they have a harem because that's their dream come true. But oblivious, of course, about the women's feeling. What is this blurry ass pictures? I see raspberries, but what is this? Butter? Cheese? My world became so much bigger after I left him. Yeah. My latest book rant. Study drowning? Okay. Told a girl a major life event was overshadowing our wedding. Breaking up due to CC debt. I need hearing aids. Who sucks? Picking kids up from dad tomorrow and feeling like trash. Yikes. I called out my family member, now I feel sad. Why are you feeling sad for calling somebody out on some bullshit? Unless you were in the wrong. Then yes, feel sad. It's a totally normal thing, yes. And they constantly keep bickering at each other for spending time with me. That's also totally normal. And all they ever want to do is spend time with me. What? Having a life outside of my existence? Nah, never. Engaged last week and saved a kitten the next day. I'm happy. I can't tell if I have a friend or a foe. Probably both. Friends can be the most dangerous foe, after all. My realistic Cinderella story. Is that the one about the girl living in the laundromat and then getting picked up by some millionaire? Feels like it. Helling alone. What would be the best way to approach this? This food, don't eat it. Am I wrong for this? Most likely. He left me again. Then don't take him back next time. Closed. Ah yeah, that was that. How can I safely get a guy to stop bothering me at the gym? Girl, it's probably best to either change times where you go to the gym or change the gym. And yes, call the cops is also very legit, depending on how he's bothering her. I'm not talking about the cherries and watermelon. I'm talking about this. This is not appealing to me. It is too much brown shit with some weird cheese sauce. The watermelon with cherry is absolutely fine. I would devour that. Am I wrong for this? Okay. I was in that case not talking about the food, but about what they probably did. If they question what they did, then they're most likely wrong. In the wrong. But we can look at it. Breastfeed or not breastfeed. If you're comfortable with it, just breastfeed. Meh. My petition for my academic dismissal was denied. Okay. The importance of knowing how to choose your partner. Yeah, no shit. What happened to these fries? I like my coworker, but I shouldn't. That one? Yeah. That looks a bit too juicy for my liking. Like, I love saucy noodles, but that looks like they put spaghetti in some soup, and that I don't find appealing. I just want someone to talk to. I don't want to wait till marriage. Yeah, it looks like Hühnerfrikassee. I have no idea how to say that in German, but it's basically what you make out of if you cook if you cook a whole chicken. When you take the meat and some of the broth, just throw some frozen veg in there. Normally you put some capers in there as well. And normally it's a bechamel base, but yeah, this looks like they just messed up. Let's be honest. Yeah, I feel like I'm never gonna find that original post. Gimme! I would love if they would just link to the original. Okay, so am I wrong for this? Repost. Cherries and watermelon. Let's let out some context first. A layout, okay. I was friends with E, M, and L. I became friends with J, male, a few months after I become friends with M because he was also her friend. We all became friends, and we all became friends with N, J's friend, around the same time, and were for a while. Okay, can we just make up fake names instead of just letters? I will not be able to keep up. I started to like N around April/March. But he had a girlfriend at the time, so I wasn't gonna pursue anything or try and flirt or talk to him in any way that felt inappropriate. I only told my crush to 2 people, C and D. They're in a different friend group, but E, M, and L know them and are friends with them. Maybe a month later, all this took place in May, E told me she thought N was cute, but he was still with his girlfriend, and she expressed this to me, and I still didn't say I liked him because I didn't feel like that would look good on my end. She says she likes him, then what? She says she likes him, then I do? I don't know if she would have thought I was trying to steal him or something. Okay, this sounds like such teenage bullshit. If she says she finds him cute, just say, yeah, I find him cute as well. My goodness. Yeah. Anyway, a few weeks later, N tells me L and M that his girlfriend broke up with him after school. Yeah, okay, they're high schoolers. At most. He asked what happened, and after a while, L and M left home, and me and N were talking. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened. And just saying sorry and talking with him. A few weeks later, I get N's number when me, M, J's brother, and N and 2 other friends, god damn it, just make up fake names, I don't care, are hanging out after school as friends. Just because we've been friends for a few months and I didn't have his number. We were talking as friends like we always were, and just building our platonic relationship. You've been friends for a month and only got his number, and then? Girl. A few weeks after that, E pulls me aside during break and asked if I liked N, and I said yes, because I wasn't gonna lie. She said, okay, and I told her I'd stop liking him / stop talking to him if she wanted me to, and I continued to say this to lighten our conversation, but I was also truthful and would do it if she wanted me to. I said this even if I liked N, because my mindset throughout all this was I'd rather not like him than lose one of my best friends. He responded with, no, it's okay, you don't have to do that, we'll just see what happens. I didn't know what this meant, so I just kept talking to N like how I was normally, just in a platonic way. This talk maybe happened on a Tuesday. I'm kind of fuzzy on the dates, but I know this has all happened in May. Girl, nobody cares about the specifics on when you talked about somebody when. Seriously. And not pursuing a relationship, fine. Saying you're gonna stop liking him, that is a straight up lie. I'm sorry. And girl, if you would have just been honest over here when they were talking about, E was talking about how she found him cute, nothing would have probably been weird here. These kids frustrate me already. Okay, I talked to N the next day after school because he wanted to talk about a personal situation, said he felt he could only talk to me about it, so we did, and we're talking about campus until we saw MLE and 2 or 3 other friends, so we started walking with them. After a while, me and N sat down after everyone left home and talked about his situation. The next day I found out through C that N liked me. She found out how from one of our guy friends that was close/friends with N, and I told E this because I didn't want her to hear it from anyone else. I will say I did show E and M, C, and D mine and N's text, not like super deep text, but like simple text about his favorite food or his siblings or just simple information. Which in hindsight I shouldn't have done, and I didn't really think about it then, but I now realize how she could have taken it the wrong way or how it hurt her, which wasn't my intention at all. Oh, this is so long-winded. Holy fuck, get to the point. I never wanted to hurt her. Okay, so you are having problems with E because she's jealous. I take it. TLDR, I talked to the guy my friend also likes, and he likes me, not her. Yes? And me and E stopped communicating after this, as well as M and L, since we were all friends, but they got E's side of the story, which is understandable. And N texted me maybe an hour or 2 after me and E talked and said he liked me, but also asked about me and E. She sent him our text. And he was confused on the situation, so I told him all of my side of the story, and he said he understood. We started dating after that and hung out during breaks. Oh, yeah, this is a frustrating read. We're still not done with this kindergarten. There are only 4 comments. Not a lot of people have read this. On Tuesday, we had that Monday off. At lunch, and pulled me aside with Jay, which Jay wasn't a part of the situation. / didn't know about it until M told him about it and said we had to talk about this, and I explained everything to him again. But what really pissed me off was that Jay was retelling the story when he wasn't even in the situation. He just knew because of M, and saying that me and N were attached at the hip when it was just that one day since we talked about a situation that N brought to my attention and wanted to talk to only me about it, since he said he trusted me. In the beginning of our relationship, I told him something that was serious about my family, so I think he felt he could tell me about his, which I was honored that he trusted me. And me and N talked and texted, but just like normal friends during our friendship, even if Jay saw it as attached by the hip. Anyway, lunch ended and we all went to class. I texted N after school and told him the situation a 3rd time and showed mine and E's text before we broke off our relationship, and N said he understood. N said he was willing to talk, but only if I resolved with E, M, and L. I don't understand the problem, but I said that wouldn't happen because me and E already talked, and I told her my side of the story, but we weren't friends anymore. Once I said this, N said we had to break things off. I'm sorry that this is so long, but I gave all the context. I just wanted to rant, but perspective or insight would be greatly appreciated. There's a lot missing. What is the problem? What is the literal problem? Is it that N likes you and you're now together and that got her upset? Or something you... The actual fight is not included here. I'm missing. High school is such a difficult time. I couldn't imagine living it again today. Try and have grace for yourself and keep your heads up. I know this probably feels so big right now, but just know that there is so much more ahead of you. Yes, definitely. I definitely was not one of those people who made lifelong friends during high school. I obtained my closest friend in my early 20s, and those are the people I can literally count on for anything. Your feelings are valid, but just try your best to keep your head up, because life has so much more to offer than what's inside those halls of the school. Thank you so much. I've heard from many people that high school definitely isn't easy, but I've kind of just tried to not think about the situation and the people I've lost. This sounds like a group of very young people who have not settled into the inner workings of friendship and human relationships. They all kind of sound like they suck a little bit, and proved that they were never true friends from the get-go. I am sorry you are going through this hardship of losing your friends, but please know that if they are willing to break the friendship over this, that you already deserved better than them anyway. Thank you so much, but yeah, we are in high school, so I do understand why you'd say that. Thanks so much for your input. Yeah, there's not a lot of people answering this. I'm missing context. And yes, she could have been like, no, I don't currently want to be in a relationship with you because I still have my friend to think about, but overall, she tried to be nice to her friend in a weird way, being like, I will stop liking him. Okay, this is a frustrating read. I don't know. My realistic Cinderella story. Right. Meal, house salad with ranch dressing, cheese pizza rolls with more ranch dressing. This is a wall of text yet again. I'm so ready to train an AI with my voice. So this story takes place when one of my best friends, Jen, 19 years of age, a year-old female, oh I'm sorry, and I, 20-year-old female, go on a trip to Dallas, Texas. We are from Michigan. While at a nice restaurant in Texas, we decided it would be fun to go to a club close by so we could walk. We didn't rent a car for this trip and mainly look public transportation to get around. We found one that was about a 22-minute walk from our Airbnb and ordered tickets online. On the way to the club, you're American and you're walking? Holy mother of Christ, who are you? On the way... That's a fake post. On the way to the club, we took our shoes off because we were wearing heels and was a far walk, and didn't put them back on until we were in front of the club. As we were putting on our last shoe, a group of boys walked by and asked us where we're headed. Jen replied with, probably the same place you're going. We started to walk with them, and as we were talking, the both of us kind of gravitated towards boys we were both interested in, and they seemed to be interested in us too. Red flag number one. As we flirted our way to the club, I thought, YOLO, this is going so good and we are connecting so naturally. So I asked for a Snapchat. Let's call him Jack. After that, we entered the club and we're inseparable the whole rest of the night. Yeah, they're only 19 and 20. I was about to say, damn, they sound so young. The whole rest of the night, at first we didn't really dance or talk to each other, but after a few songs, his hands were on my waist and I was bumping and grinding on him. Girl, you just said you were gravitating towards each other and you were flirting and talking. Why are you suddenly not talking at all? Okay. Then one thing led to another, and we made out like a lot in that club. So, okay. We ended up having such a good time. The boys invited us to Whataburger with them afterwards. I rode with Jack and 2 of his friends, while Jen and the boy she met drove separately in the parking lot. You are letting yourself get separated from your friend with a random group of strangers you just met. Girl, I need you to realize that this place, this world, is not nice to us women, okay? It is great that you have trust in random strangers that you just met and kind of clicked with. But boy. Well, it's her Cinderella story, so apparently it has a good ending. I learned Jack was from Italy and could speak Italian and Arabic. This was a huge turn-on for me. Of course. He said I was very, very pretty in Italian. And something about welcoming me to Texas in Arabic. We ended up... I am currently debating if Arabic is the same. Arabic. Yeah, I know. Okay, it is its own language. I wasn't sure if it wasn't just an overarching term for all Arabic languages. Anyway, where were we? We ended up spending 2.5 hours there just talking and laughing until they dropped us off back at the Airbnb. You even told them where you are currently staying? Oh. Where things got even more spicy in the parking lot while waiting for Jen and the boy she was with to get there. Jack and I ended up making out, and you know things led to another again, and I gave him a blowjob in his car. Is that a dream you just had? Jack's other 2 friends had left to take a walk and get some air right when we got there, and I think he took that as a cue. The next night, we invited the boys over to hang out. We ended up putting on the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Long story short, I didn't end up watching the movie. Jack and I got a little too freaky, which is also another reason I like him so much. He equals my freak, and brings out a new side of me I didn't even know existed. We ended up getting it on in the bathroom and cuddled on the bed after and watched the rest of the movie. I thought you didn't watch the movie. Since then, we have been snapping and chatting here and there, mainly about how much we miss each other, but then he goes into how he will miss kissing me and fucking me, and it kind of threw me off. It gave me the impression that I was just a good time, and that's it. Yeah, no shit, girl. A week later, I had added him to a private story. Name was Main Hose and Bros. It was a video of some guys doing some dumb shit at a birthday party, such as jumping over one another. After that, he didn't talk to me for 2 days, and he seemed very dry after. I just don't know if I'm going to get hurt if I tell him I might want more, even if we don't live in the same state, because he's talking about coming to Michigan to see me and vice versa, but how do I know if he's being real? Should I just ask if he wants to be anything, or just try to talk more and grow a friendship with him? Yeah. This is definitely just a vacation fuck. A vacation hookup. Nothing more. How is this your realistic Cinderella story? Where's the prince? I'm still waiting. Be the first to comment. Hey. Hey. Okay, girl. My advice. Give it up. I'm sorry, but... Two days ago, yeah. He does not see you as more than a vacation fun. You had your fun, and that's it. Sorry to break it to you. You can be extremely lucky that nothing else happened except you blowing him and maybe having hopefully protected sex. Not maybe, you definitely had sex, but I hope it was protected. Because if he's as freaky as you say, I really hope you got that protection as needed. I would definitely get some tests done regardless, since you did put it in your mouth. Yeah. Girl, I'm sorry. Hate to break it to you, but that is not gonna turn into a relationship. You can try, you can talk to him, you can say, hey, I'm interested in more, but I don't think more is gonna turn out from there. Sorry. Alright. Oh yeah, the romance book one. I'm scared that romance books ruin me for all real men. You've probably heard of porn ruining men's minds. Do you actually have to use TikTok Talk on Reddit? I don't feel like it. People were openly talking about sex just now. Or is it just so ingrained in some people that they're using porn and rape instead of the actual word? Porn ruining men's minds, and I think a similar thing happened to me with the romance novels, because the guys I meet in real life just feel so subpar. I blame Tessa Bailey. Or Pear Bear. That happened one summer. Those sound so cheesy. Holy fuck. Okay, give me synopsis. Synopsis. Of course, it's in German. I'm sorry. Gonna have to Google the English synopsis. The titles already don't sound very appealing. Okay, Broken Rival. Magnolia Brown shuts up. Loves Friday night football games. Very much a turn off. Volunteering and dominating at high school swim meets. Just your average everyday 18-year-old. Except for one thing. She's from 50 years in the future. Magnolia's parents, two brilliant scientists, are the inventors of time travel, but due to widespread destruction and rampant abuse of the technology from a corrupt few, time travel is outlawed and punishable by death. When Magnolia's parents are seized and executed for illegally traveling to the past, they leave Magnolia stranded in 2026 without a way to get home. Now Magnolia has nowhere to turn but a complicated Kansas family with two sons. Fallon, a high school sweetheart with secrets of his own, and Ramsey, the brooding militia commander who hunts and kills criminals like her. Magnolia knows Ramsey resents and hates her. But how can he be her true enemy when he looks at her with such hunger? Despite his callousness, and guards her with his very life. Which brother can she trust, and is the real danger coming from inside the house? This sounds so much like the Summer I Turned Pretty. Was that the one? Where she fucks both brothers eventually? I think. I don't know. Can't remember. Can't be bothered to remember. I didn't watch it, so don't know. I only watched people reacting to it. Yeah, it sounds cheesy, sounds terrible. I don't know how those can turn you off of normal romances. Well, okay. If you have that kink, I guess. I'm scared because I've been reading these novels for decades, thinking when the right man comes along, it will feel like the books, but is part of finding a partner kind of accepting that they'll never be what I dreamt of? I'm not too sure, because on one hand, everyone deserves to be someone's first choice and not a consolation prize, but on the other, is my situation similar to men who see women in porn and think that's real? It's kind of similar, but not really. Not really. Like, girl, you probably haven't really interacted with men outside your romance fantasy. So, get to know them. They might not be your muscular, I don't know, 2-meter buff guy, who loves you from the first moment your eyes meet. That is very unrealistic. But you will find somebody that you will like for who they are, despite reading romance novels like it's your second nature. Like there's no tomorrow. Modbot. Okay. The thing is, you're probably never going to find exactly what you're looking for, because these men aren't real. Yes. They're made by women for women. They're not necessarily human. You must understand that humans have human characteristics and will make mistakes. Most times, there will be few qualities you do not like, but at the end of the day, that is what makes someone human, and eventually you learn to love those things. Just because you haven't found someone yet doesn't mean it is entirely over for you. I can guarantee you will meet someone eventually who will vaguely remind you of the traits in which you find in your books, and you'll end up being quite surprised. That, and honestly, a lot of tropes are horrific if they happen in real life. Oh yes. Oh yes. Watching someone sleep? Right? Edward from Twilight? What the fuck, man? The fantasy of a man that loves you so much he'd do anything to be with you might be hot. In real life, though, I'd rather not. Yeah, true. Same with the whole jealousy thing. Like, okay, I don't find it comfortable in books either, but there was a time when I found it hard to think about somebody gets jealous of me just interacting with somebody else. Nowadays, I'm like, jealousy is such a red flag. I don't even want to touch it with a 3-meter pole. But yeah, like, yeah, jealousy is normal, but you should be able to see that you're jealous and voice that, but also be able to talk through it and not be like, oh my god, she talked to a guy and now I need to kill him, basically. Like, what the fuck? I generally did find myself in a morally questionable position when I came to the TV show You, and I actually despise myself for that. I think that show really revealed to us if what we considered romance and fearlessness in love can really be brought to life in a way that wouldn't feel stifling or tragic or simply threatening. I feel like Jo is exactly what we'd get if we ever managed to form a coven of sister witches and bring a dark romance character to life and think that the show proved to use. how grateful we should feel for our inability to do that. What? If you ain't gonna play, pass the controller. Okay. No, 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 no. This. Recently broke up with a guy because of the ick and unease I got from how into me and available he was after only a couple months. Well, it was too much. Okay. Can confirm I'm a women's fiction author and also wife of 11 years. Men and romance, women fiction, are made for women. They react to and anticipate women's needs, and they are supposed to be a beach read. An escape. They don't fart and spend 30 minutes in the bathroom instead of helping put the kids to bed, but they usually struggle to communicate effectively, so there's a plot, haha. And then they have to be like, I should have told you about my ex from 84 years ago, emailing me 3 months before you and I met. I'm sorry, will you marry me? And see. I hope we all do. I blame Tolkien. Oof, yep. And Peter Jackson definitely didn't help either. 12-year-old me didn't stand a chance. The door opening scene, holy shit. Okay, you are talking about Lord of the Rings. You are talking about somebody else. I do not remember there being a door opening scene in Peter Jackson. This man actually awakened something in me. This is the man a woman would easily give up immortality for. Hey, girls. Chill, relax. Boyfriends rescheduled our vacation without me. Yesterday's smoothie for dinner because it's the last thing I care about. UPD reposting with strawberries I found in the fridge because the original post was deleted by moderator because of no actual food on the picture. We scheduled a vacation road trip, the ocean, for the next week in August. He took days off. I was making all my plans around those days, planned everything starting with going in between the friends' weddings and birthdays, my periods, and even our dog's nail getting cut. Singular nail, okay. A week and a half ago, he asked if we can move it to September because one of his colleagues forgot one of his kids' school starting date and told him some bad things about his ex-wife. I told him I'm not ruining my plans for some 50-year-old dude who can't handle parenting and dares to talk bad about the woman who gave him 2 children. We had a fight, but my boyfriend backed up. Both kept preparing for the trip. Yesterday, he started it again, saying his supervisor asked him if he can move his vacation because they will be short-handed because of some colleague quitting and them training a new guy. I didn't want to have another fight, so told him he's an adult and I can't tell him what to do, and told him all arguments about why going later would be less comfortable for us, where the business risks and problems are not his trouble, and he's not getting paid to handle that. Regular employee. Told him I hate he always thinks about everybody else except me. He tries to bribe me, offering extra activities that I might like during the vacation if I will agree to move. I told him he makes it only worse, basically telling me he doesn't want to do all that extra cause of just loving me, but willing to do it to please some dudes at work, which brings us back to not prioritizing me. Today, after I told him he should schedule a haircut today if he forgot if he wants to do it before the trip this Saturday, he opened the barber's website and told me he can do Friday or Monday. I said, no, you can't do Monday, we are leaving this Saturday, thinking he just got confused with dates, and he said he can because we are not going and he will work next week. 10 minutes, I was sure it's just a stupid joke, but it's not. I'm not talking to him right now, and he acts like everything is fine. last year, vacation trip for my birthday, we had the very similar issue with his mom planning the big family gathering on my birthday weekend because it was the only cool date for her other son. He was trying to bribe me. What? To bribe too? But I was ready to break up if he will screw my birthday trip that was planned for months because of his mom's hysteric. I saw her texting him that I suck because he told her no after all arguing with me. And we still went on that vacation. I have no idea how to react now. Am I overreacting or is it a huge red flag? Yes, he pays our bills, cooks dinner, solves my car problems without being asked to. He taught me how to drive, spending most of his free time for a few months. I lived in Europe and didn't need that before moving to the US. I mean, he does stuff for me, so it's always confusing when something like this pops up. Can't say he's an evil boyfriend who doesn't care about me at all. Oh, well, okay, that's the European perspective moving to Americans, I feel like will always prioritize work because getting fired is kind of worse than anything else. And yeah, that he even got time off to go on vacation is probably the hardest part about this. But overall, yeah. But it is a red flag in the way that he doesn't communicate it. She doesn't know his experience. It doesn't seem like she's working for an American company, if she's working at all. Nothing is mentioned here. So, yeah. It feels like there's something missing, but there's definitely some communication that needs to happen between these two about why he prioritized work over everything else and why that also hurt her. Sounds like they had to really fit that into a very busy schedule, and then it was just fine moving it to September, which then, I don't know, if September was fine, I don't know why she was so adamant about it staying the same. Well, okay, she already put so much work into it, so I can get it, but yeah, communication needs to happen. Stat. Are the dates preferential, or have you taken time off that can't be changed? Just curious. I'm afraid freelancer, so no, it won't affect my work. It's very inconsiderate, and I get it would really suck, but I guess he's trying to keep his job and seem like a team player. With the current job climate, it's understandable. Though you're definitely right to feel disappointed and frustrated. What would you do? I don't even know how to react right now. When we were discussing it, I asked him why wouldn't he lie to the supervisor that we have stuff booked and won't get the money back, to make it a polite no if he's so uncomfortable saying just not comfortable saying just no. From your edit, he seems like a good boyfriend, but this would obviously hurt anyone. I think he probably feels very pressured at work and wants to keep his job. Sometimes a no isn't that simple. Yeah. This is, as I said, this is the European perspective, even though it seems more so Eastern Europe, where work culture. We need Taki. Taki! We need your input. I know you're not here anymore. But yeah, I feel like work culture over there can be a bit less focused on work-life balance. But yeah, definitely European coming to the US and noticing how shitty workplace relationships are, and working in the US in general. not having any human rights, basically, because you're a slave to your work. Nothing else. I don't think that's the job he would have lost if he'd went on vacation. I mean, his manager approved the dates and on a vacation himself right now. Is okay. And they are short-handed already and he's got specialists. Yeah, he's the supervisor. He can do whatever he wants or manager, whatever. But your boyfriend is nothing. He is just a working slave who has to abide by the rules of his work. If they want him there, they want him there, and there's no. And they are short-handed already, and he's a good specialist, so I doubt they will want to lose him. But from our long ago talks, I know he has a general fear of losing a job or being left without an income. He isn't likely to get fired as a direct result of saying no, but there's a possibility of being perceived as unwilling to help the team that can affect things like promotions or layoff decisions down the line. This is very dependent on the high-ups in his office, though. Yeah. Really confused. Maybe you're right and I don't understand how this corporate stuff works. Part of me tells me you're right and I'm too harsh. Part of me tells me then he should have been telling me that he wants to do it because of the fear of losing his job. Yeah. Communication needs to happen in this relationship, and that seems to not be the case. And sorry for messing out plans. Don't want to lose a good guy who cares about keeping a job and don't want to be one of those women who find excuses for their man's disrespectful behavior. He's the one paying the bills, supporting you. She's working freelance. That doesn't mean that he's paying all the bills. What? Why would he want to put the stress of potentially losing a job down the road because he isn't fitting in with corporate culture by not being a team player? He's probably trying to spare you the stress. What? That... I am gonna presume you are a guy. That is such a guy view of this situation. How would that be? Yeah, sure, it would be stressful. But why would that be a bad thing? Communication, darling. It is the one thing you need in a relationship. Yes. I hate how nobody has brought it up, really. Maybe we find somebody who has said something about communication. So at first he wants to reschedule for his co-worker, then he wants to reschedule for his boss and one other guy quitting unrelated to that first co-worker. Why do so many people want him to reschedule his trip? Is he just making up people to blame? It seems suspicious to me. Leave, he hates conflict, you'll never be his priority, trust me. Leave him at home and go with a friend, have a great time without him. Methinks he's still covering for that loser colleague and came up with a new excuse that he thought you cannot deny. Okay. Nobody's saying anything about just communicating. Guys, seriously. Why is it so hard? Yeah. But as it stands, they just need to talk to each other. And that's about it. That needs to happen. Campbell's chunky chicken and dumpling soup. Where are the dumplings? And an ice-cold fridge cig. aka Diet Coke. Yes, on my bed, don't judge me. Don't care. Do what you want. Just as context, I'm a 20-year-old woman who is pansexual. This might be needed, so no confusion while reading. Okay, I generally don't think I'll ever love again. Okay, I kinda am losing my voice. I don't want to read that long. Is there anything? Well, I did... Okay, no, I don't care. I actually do not care. Shall I say something or ghost him? Ah, the ghost one. That seems short. Breakfast time! Chocolate caramel cake made by my son, and he also made me a coffee. Give me your son. I shall marry him. He will never have a wife. On a holiday, I met someone younger than me, nearly 10 years. Nice looking, very calm guy who could not take his eyes off me. Asked my name, where I'm from, and we started talking. He saw I'm with kids. No kids' dad. He asked if we could meet in the evening and asked for my phone number. Number, for me, is not a big deal. Especially as I have no social media, so I shared it. In the evening, we sat on the sunbeds. What was the bird? Ah, yeah, okay. Sunbeds at 9 p.m. and spoke. My son was with us too. The guy seemed very respectful. I asked, why me? I'm so much older and have kids. He's young, single. He said that he never met anyone so calm. Women in his country are mostly loud and expressive. He said he saw me a few days before and noticed how I just smile and seem so happy. No mad shouting parent vibes. Okay, so mother issues. Next morning, it was time to leave. He asked if I would ever come back. I said maybe he would ever consider traveling to see a girl. His answer was, you already have a passport and I don't. He's local, so it is easier. Excuse me? I said nothing to him, but it felt like a sign. And then messages. Sweetie, I miss you. I need you. Where are you? Oh, that is not how the man I want in my life communicates. Yes, English is not his first language, but still. So I never replied. Ladies, what would you do if you were me? Eat cake? Yes, I know. Gentlemen, please also say something. Yeah. Red flags all around. Ghost him. This guy doesn't seem sincere. He wants something from you. I have this feeling too. Keep him as a sweet memory. Why risk a sweet memory when the cold light of day might ruin that? It doesn't even seem like it's a sweet memory. I'd rather send one honest message than ghost. The response or lack thereof will tell you everything you need to know. Can you help me to create that response? If I say that I feel uncomfortable, he might start sugarcoating it. Say I will change, but the thing is, I do not want to continue talking. If you don't want to continue talking, don't respond. Block him if you need to. This guy sounds weird, to be honest. Weird for sure. So, you've talked to this guy for 1 day. Is that even considered ghosting if you don't reply? What the fuck does he mean by I miss you, sir? I'm a whole ass stranger. All we have had is one phone call. What does he miss? I miss the day where we talked on the phone once. Such good memories. Girl, just block his number and don't say anything or respond. I've talked to the pizza guy delivering more than you've talked to this dude. Lol, have you ever seen 90 Day Fiancé? From my travel experience, anytime a man says you're fill in the blanket adjective versus the woman from his country, it's a red flag, loudly saying he wants something from you. It's the holiday version of you're not like other girls. Say nothing. Whatever you say will invite a response that leaves you wondering if he's genuine or if you should reply, you owe each other nothing. Yeah, just ghost him, seriously. But he wants her to move to him, which makes it weird. Okay, I think I'm in an emotionally abusive friendship. Let's think that's gonna be the final one. Or shall we go for girl dinner circle jerk for our last one? Well, I don't know. I've eaten a few oysters and they're fine, but I don't like their texture all that much. The sliminess of it. Oh yeah, I think I need to no, I didn't change it for this one, right? Yeah, it's still on that. I read that on Girl Dinner. I read that on Girl Dinner, and yes, this is gelatin. It was my guy complaining that I didn't pay enough attention to him and everyone was siding with him. I literally left him alone for 10 minutes while I went to HEB to pick up a curbside order. Should I bother sharing my site on that post or should I just leave him? Okay, that has nothing to do with the one I read on Girl Dinner. A post came up on my feed and it was about me. I feel like that is the boyfriend. I feel like that is the boyfriend of the original post. Give me a second. Well, this is gonna take a while. Oh, come on. Gimme! Yes, hard miss. Yeah, this one. Like, she is very, very clear about what happened, why she thinks it's about her and everything, how he just keeps on posting things that actually happened, but leaving out important details to make him look better, how she would be then put in a light where she seems controlling or something. So yeah, putting that drama dump into this is nah. That deserves a downvote. And I'm not gonna give it. I don't want to interact with it. But boy, nah. That's why I feel like that's the boyfriend who's like, well, guess my girl found my posts. Now I gotta put her down even more. Damn. It ends with us. Why are you reading a Colleen Hoover book? Bleh. Neck aisle dinner. Fun girl dinner. Okay. just for the picture. I don't even want friends anymore because everybody in Tennessee falls in love with or wants to fuck me. Okay. They just all fall crazy in love with me because I'm so amazing, but I have no friends. Why don't I have any friends? They just all want to fuck me, but they also love me, but nobody likes me and I have no friends. I'm like so quirky and weird and I don't even want friends because then they'd all fall in love with me or want to fuck. It's not satire, darling. It feels like you're jealous of the one of the original post who was like, yeah, well. Yeah. Yeah, most likely, but it feels like this person is more so jealous of the situation the other person is in. I don't know. Yeah. And now somebody in Nebraska. Holy base, Nebraska mentioned. Yeah, that's too much benefits from those friends. What are they? Socialists? Okay, do we... Yeah, we've read that one already. A stock photo? Seriously? Time in my life? TIL? A man I've never met is cheating on me. What? Seriously, I need a list. I need a list of all abbreviations. Today I learned. Okay. Dinner. A photo of someone else's food that I'm pretending is my dinner. Yeah, no shit. It's clearly stock footage. Today, I found out that I can stalk someone's private account and uncover all their Reddit activity on a possibly illegal website. So that's exactly what I did and found that he likes to post on not safe work subs. Who is he? Ladies, strap in. We met on not safe for work subreddits and he immediately said nice things to me like, how's it going? And LMAO. Winking smiley. Which made me feel like I had a unique connection with him. Maybe marriage material? Fast forward a couple of weeks later and I decided we should be exclusive. Since then, he has visited me roughly around 0 times and was saying he might do so. But then he flipped the fuck out because I knew oddly specific things about him and his family and he went silent. What kind of husband does that? That was a few weeks ago, and since then I have been inconsolable that the love of my life is gone, that our life is over, that our kids, if they existed, are so scared and upset, constantly asking me where daddy is. Ladies, daddy is apparently on Reddit. Cranking hog to other women? How do I know? Well, for some completely unknown reason, my gut feeling today was like, hey, let's stalk his Reddit account for a second and see what we find. His account is private, but with the help of hours of extensive online research, I quickly found out I was able to see his posts and comments. I was beyond surprised to see that he has been active in all not safe for work subreddits, as in literally every single one, posting pictures of himself and commenting he'd DM those people who reply to his posts. It's almost as if he's forgotten we never were an exclusive item. This piece of shit cheated on me, left our imaginary children and me, the 3-week love of his life that he has seen 0 times IRL, out in the cold to live his independent and pre-existing life like a fucking asshole. Good riddance. Ladies, am I right or am I right? Yes. I just feel like finding the title for that is gonna be hard. The bar for these men is in hell and they still can't clear it. The bar is in how can I make this about me? Don't walk, girl, run. He sounds abusive, maybe narcissistic, maybe a terrorist. I'd even call him a fascist at that point. Run, girl. Well, you dodged a bullet there. You should tell your children to go no contact you. They should back you up on this and not pretend that what she did was okay. Girl, I know it's tough right now, but one day you'll look back and be grateful you found out now rather than when the kids are grown and this man is trying to get you committed to a psychic home for the spiritually insane. Because he will, girl, if you stay. These things always escalate. You took screenshots, right? It's important to show the divorce judge all the evidence so that you get allocated the proper amount of alimony. It should be at least 90% of his paycheck. If not, shop around and get a second opinion. Hello? Hello, welcome back. I have no idea why the stream just cut out, but that happens, I guess. I guess that's my... Yep. My... Yep, is back now. Or should be. At least. What was I? not, shop around and get a second opinion. If your insurance won't cover multiple judges, you can just lie and give them my information. I've already sent a copy of my insurance card to your house. Don't worry, you got this, Queen. Feel your feelings and don't forget to take care of yourself. Damn. It's just men. Yes. I really want to find the original. But, yeah, that's probably not gonna... Seriously, I need them to post the link to the original in these. I need it. Why is that not a thing? Why is that not a thing? It was one day ago again. Yeah, okay, yeah, true. True. How is that worth a post? Small win. I haven't ordered fast food in almost a week. I haven't ordered fast food in years. Okay, no, scratch that. I did earlier this year. But before that, in years. So, you're weak, girl. You're weak. It is so expensive to eat out. Just make your own dinner. And food in general. It is so much cheaper. Husband weeping because pretty girl won't be friend. TV sandwich. Okay. My friend is dating a teenager. That was that one. I will not touch that. I'm finally free of my abusive husband. I can't believe it. Oh, that was that one, yeah. Still single at 22. How is that a problem? I don't want to give advice. My boyfriend just told me... Oh yeah, that was that one. Didn't want to touch that either. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done for today. I kinda need something other though. Do we have something? You know what? Relationship advice, because that's gonna be more traumatic. Trauma-inducing. Am I the asshole for ending my relationship because my partner chose to remain financially tied to his ex-wife for another 5 years? Okay. Am I the asshole for my friends telling me the truth? Or are my friends telling me the truth? Let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna read all that. I wanted something short. Refusing to move in with my in-laws. For being upset that my husband won't say anything to his sister-in-law for longing tendencies towards him. I don't want to touch that. For ditching my family to play with plastic toys. I feel like the wife forced him to write this. Yeah. This, to play with plastic toys, really feels like she's standing right behind him, being like, you are posting exactly what I'm telling you to get the opinion of Reddit. I don't want to touch that. For telling my fiance I won't marry him until he stops letting his mom plan our entire wedding. Yikes. And for telling my boyfriend's friend the reason behind our breakup after he lied. No. Would I be the asshole for asking my best friend to stop talking to a girl she met on Hinge? Probably not. Am I the asshole for not making time for my guy friend or sending him what he asked for? Saturday lunch date. Am I the asshole? Saturday lunch date. That shouldn't be too long, right? That's fine. I'm a 35-year-old gay man. It's your fault. On for the last 6 years, my best friend, male, straight, and I have had lunch together every Saturday. We go to the same place, order the same food at the same time. It's become a ritual and something we both really value. Almost 3 years ago, I started dating my now ex-partner. For the first 2 years of our relationship, we worked every Saturday and Sunday, so my Saturday lunch was never an issue. Then he changed jobs and started working Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Suddenly, he wanted Saturdays to become our day. He expected me either to stop having lunch with my friend altogether or to alternate weekends. One Saturday with my friend, the other entirely with him. I wasn't comfortable with that. This wasn't a new hobby I'd picked up. It was a standing commitment I'd kept constantly for 6 years before we met. I explained that I was happy to miss lunch whenever we had genuine plans together, weekends away, birthdays, weddings, holidays, special occasions, or anything else we'd organized in advance. I just didn't want to give up a tradition that was important to me when there wasn't a specific reason to. He said that wasn't reasonable. He told me he'd spoken to his friends, who all thought my arrangement was weird, and that my Saturdays should be available for him because he was my partner. You have a life outside of your partnership. What are you talking about? I disagreed. From my perspective, I wasn't choosing my friend over him. I was asking him to respect one fixed commitment that lasted a couple of hours each week while still making plenty of time for us as a couple. Outside of those lunches, I feel like I invested heavily in the relationship. He stayed at my house several nights each week. We traveled together to Dublin, Mexico, Lanzarote, Belfast, Liverpool, Cleethorpes? Don't know where that is, and other places. I usually paid because I wanted him to experience those things with me, and his lower income generally didn't matter to me. I spent a year teaching him to drive in my own car, and when he had health issues, I went to GP appointments with him. General practitioner, I guess, because he wanted the support. Despite all that, this Saturday lunch became a recurring source of conflict. We broke up over it more than once, and ultimately the relationship ended because he said he couldn't be happy with a partner who didn't make him the priority. So, am I the asshole for refusing to give up a 6-year weekly tradition with my best friend, even though I was always willing to miss it for holidays, weekends away, birthdays, weddings, and other meaningful plans for with my partner? No. Straight up no. Is that even a question? It sounds like... Well, it's over already, so I guess they just want confirmation for future relationships. That it's fine to have that weekly relationship meetup, lunch date. Yeah. It sounds more like his ex-partner was jealous of the best friend. OP could have, of course, asked if his friend would be fine with his partner sometimes joining them, if that would be an issue or was an issue for that ex-partner, but it's a lunch date for like what, you meet up for like 2 to 3 hours each week. Terrible. Oh my goodness. They're definitely having sex while eating. Nope, you're a good friend and not the asshole. You're standing lunch with your best friend is flexible enough for big events with a partner. Not the asshole. There was insecurity there, and it wasn't going away. The friends that advised him probably only had his side and most likely didn't know all the details. Like, you'd be happy to skip if plans. He wanted you to pick him, and if that was his litmus test of your relationship, it's immature. At best, he's insecure. At worst, maybe it was a start to wanting to isolate and control you. Deep breaths, it's a good thing. Willing to bet that in time you may even notice he was doing other things that made you shrink a bit without you realizing it. If it turns out I'm right on that and you believe that was happening, then the next time you have lunch with your bestie, make it your treat, as that connection probably saved you. You got this. Good luck. Yeah. Not the asshole at all. It's pretty clear the request wasn't about prioritizing quality time, but rather about making your life and world smaller. Couldn't imagine asking someone I love to do that, let alone making it the cornerstone of feeling prioritized. My last boyfriend had standing plans Friday evenings. Good for him. Was about the extent of it in my head until I realized I didn't like his friends. And even then I didn't say, hey, your friends suck. I just was more blunt when he would bring up something they did that seemed like it went against his stated boundaries. I need to correct you. But yeah, not the asshole. At least from this point of view. Maybe they're also lying about being flexible. But overall, yeah, I would say not the asshole. Sorry. That not getting enough sleep yesterday, today, whatever, definitely didn't help. I just hope tomorrow won't be as humid. I'm already happy, hey, we reached temperatures below 30 before the stream ends. 29.9 degrees Celsius in here. Yay! Meanwhile, outside it's 20 degrees. But yeah, South Korea, I can imagine. They tend to have more humid heat, right? Oh, seems fine. What is this? Oh. $31, real feel 39. What? 1 second. It's night for them, it's 39 degrees? 31 degrees? Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing, huh? Mostly sunny and sweltering heat. Heat will be dangerous. Minimize outdoor activity, high 39. Tonight, partially cloudy, very warm, very humid. Low 29. I feel you, friends. I feel you. Yeah, I just saw the 36 and I was like, ah, that's fine. Yeah, tomorrow for us is supposed to be like 28 max. Today was already 29 max, thankfully. But it was so fucking humid, it felt more like 36 to 37. Already in the morning when I went to work, it was like, I am sweating, even though it was only 22 degrees. It was uncomfortable. Yeah, well, humid heat is the worst. The singular worst. The sweltering heat. Oh. But it seems to cool down for Koreans as well. So. Good on them. Good on them. Shouldn't rainy season start for them? Or I'm thinking of Japan. Scratch that. But no, Korea should have a rainy season as well. He's fine. He's fine. Anyway. Let's hope I can survive until tomorrow, and tomorrow we can go back into Baldur's Gate. I don't want to do another stream of this. Back to back. Like, this is fun. From time to time, but I don't want to do this constantly. We could also start the reaction phase, but I feel like my internet is currently not gonna be stable enough for that. Yeah, overall. Once or twice a month, I can see myself doing a Reddit stream, and then the rest of the month is dedicated to other things. I don't know. But, yeah. Why do I have demo as... Oh well. I don't even know when I set these tags. I just opened Twitch. Okay, anyway, as always, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.